All right, hopefully I'm live. I don't know, we'll find out in just a second. I'm gonna test everything, make sure everything's good. And that we're actually live. Twitch wouldn't open for some reason. Oh, it's friggin' Windows logged me out of everything. No, I'm logged in, it's just not working. I don't know what's going on. My Windows is acting all weird. Hopefully the stream is working. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask. Okay, it says I'm live. Cool. So I'm live here on the YouTubes. Live here on the YouTubes. Let me just change the YouTube's name. Dark Souls Remastered. Whoops. One stat challenge. Dark Souls Remastered. Leveling up. Oh, I forgot that it should be up here. There we go. Now you can see me better. Leveling up. Only DEX. I don't think I have a thumbnail for this, so it's gonna have to go unthumbnailed. Unthumbnailed for everybody. Okay. Then I gotta pick the game. Dark Souls Remastered. Cool. Save it. I forgot to change this information on Twitch and everything, so we got a few things to do. Give me a minute here while we set up. Something's going on with Twitch. Twitch. If anybody's commenting right now, I'm sorry, I can't see anything. For some reason, Twitch has logged me out, but it won't let me log in. So I'm just trying to do this right now while I'm live. If not, I might have to restart the whole stream. Twitch. That is so weird. So it was logging me in. Like I was able to open Twitch and Twitch would show me as if I was the creator. I could see my own dashboard and stuff. But then the second I would click anything, it would say access denied. But all like the side stuff was like, oh, sign up to have your favorite streamers. So it's like, how can I be told to sign up for my favorite streamers when I'm literally on my own dashboard? So clearly it logged me out, but was still letting me in. I'm assuming Twitch is having a major glitch right now. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I sent it through text. Yeah, something's going on with Twitch because it just said it's encountering an error when I tried to input my code. And now it's telling me to sign up again, even though I'm logged in. What the hell's going on with Twitch? What the hell's going on with Twitch here? Okay, I can't log into Twitch. What the hell's going on? I'm guessing Twitch is down? I don't know. Maybe Twitch is down. Yeah, even my app is acting up. I guess Twitch is down. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Well, that's what I get for trying to stream on everything. That's what I get for trying to stream on everything. Night Owl, nice to see you. Nikki, nice to see you as well. Twitch servers are broken. Okay. So I'm on Restream. So I can see the chat there. I had the Twitch tab open so I could see what was going on, but it seems like the servers are down. whatever. I guess I'm streaming to them uselessly, but fine, whatever. Maybe it'll pop in halfway through the stream. Who knows? I have a stupid pimple right here. I have I don't know if it's a skin tag or something here, and a pimple grew on right underneath it, so it's so painful right now. But yeah, so it seems like that's not working properly, but whatever. We're live. That's what matters. YouTube should be updated, I think. I hope everybody's doing well. So I am attempting to stream on all 3 platforms. I want to try to make this a bit of a habit, and hopefully that will make it a little bit more accessible for everybody to kind of watch the channel. Plus, I felt YouTube and Twitch were kind of being neglected, only going once a week, but I didn't really have time to do multiple days a week. I don't normally stream. I've been streaming on Wednesdays, but Wednesdays don't really work for me because I work until really late tonight. And so by the time I get home, it's like 5 in the morning. And then by the time I get up, it's like 1 o'clock. And I have to pick up my daughter, Nora, at 2:40 or 2:30 is when I leave. And so by the time I shower, get dressed and everything, it's pretty much like 1:45, 2 o'clock. There's no point in even going live at that point. So I'm trying to do it on Tuesdays instead and stream because Monday nights are a little bit easier for me, and then stream and then go for the long night, and hopefully that'll be a little bit more manageable. But I don't know. We'll see. So now that I'm live here and it seems like everything's going like it's supposed to, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. And hopefully that works. I don't know. We'll find out in just a second. Dark Souls Remastered. Go live. Yeah, we had a good New Year, Night Owl. We had a good New Year. It was quiet. I had to work, and so I worked, but I worked earlier on in the day, and then I came home and we watched Matilda on Netflix or whatever that was on, and that was cool. I was really heartbroken that my character was cut, and then I read online because I wanted to look at what happened, because they cut 2 characters and 2 full numbers, and then they added a number, which I thought was a really bad idea. The final number I hated. And so I was like, why did they cut these 2 characters? And I go and look, and they didn't mention, or at least I didn't see anything about the son, because Matilda's brother was cut out of the movie. And then my character was cut out, which he wasn't in the original Mara Wilson movie, Danny DeVito movie, but he's kind of a character, and he's got like there's a full number and everything. And apparently they recorded it, they filmed, like they trained and did everything for it, and then they just cut it when it was getting edited out. When they were editing things together, they cut that out. And so a little bit disappointing to see that, especially because my perspective on it is that Rodolfo is actually Matilda's father and not the car salesman. And so like that was my own little spin on it. Okay, TikTok is live. Cool. We're live on TikTok. Awesome. So, okay, I think I've got everything. Christian, nice to see you. Hey, Twitch popped up. Maybe Twitch is working now. I don't know. Let's find out. Is Twitch working? I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Oh, Twitch is freaking out. Okay, it shows me it shows like I can see stuff on Twitch again. So maybe it was like a dip and now it's okay. And now it's giving me errors again. I think it's just up and down. Oh, weird. Okay, cool. It just like I clicked on a thing on Twitch and it showed me the DMCA thing and I was like, what? But no, it was just because I was on a different thing. Okay, hold on. 1 stat challenge, Dark Souls Remastered, and Dark Souls Remastered. Hello, Merle. Nice to see you. The Dark, nice to see you as well. Yeah, Merle, there's an issue with Twitch. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't log on either. Like, it showed me logged on, but I wasn't logged on, but I was. It was really weird. But it seems like it's coming up now, so it's working now. But I am live on all 3 platforms, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Now, obviously, the people on TikTok are not going to be able to see the Twitch and YouTube chats. People on Twitch and YouTube aren't going to be able to see the TikTok chat. So I'm going to kind of talk to everybody as best as I can. My Restream is down as well, and I don't know why. I can't get Restream to let me log in. It keeps telling me my password's wrong, and I have no idea what my password is for Restream. and so it's a little bit weird. I don't know what's going on with everything. Everything logged me out. But there's not much I can do about it. We're just gonna kind of deal with it, right? For some reason, my Restream chat thing that I use, like I have the app on my computer, it doesn't give me like I forgot my password, so I have no idea what my password is. But whatever. Yeah, Merle, I'm trying to see if maybe streaming on everything will make it a little bit easier for people to see the channel. You know, have different places for everybody to kind of hang out. But that's kind of where we are right now. Buns, nice to see you as well. Yes, so for people on Twitch and YouTube, we have been working on the One Stat Challenge on TikTok, and we have done about 4 streams worth, and we're in Orlando. I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't remember. But we're exploring that area, and I've been getting my butt kicked. We have not gotten to Orstein and whatever, the boss fight. We haven't done that yet. All we did last week is get there and explore that area a little bit. And so that's what we're doing right now. Video quality and bitrate is perfect. Cool. Barak, thank you so much for the confirmation. Let me actually, I should probably open up Twitch just to make sure. I mean, TikTok, just to make sure that we're going to be holding up, because I did forget to change one setting. Hopefully I'm not going to pay for it long term. Yeah, it seems like it looks good. You're drawing the art. Oh my god, I bet you it was hard doing it with your hand. Yeah. Well, tag me, absolutely tag me when it's done, Buns. Absolutely tag me. But yes, so this is what we're doing. Hey, I can't see it. It's delayed. I can't see it. It's delayed. Nikki, thank you for the resub. 29 months. Holy jeez. 29 months.
Hype 29 months.
I can't believe that. That's a really long time. That is a very, very long time. Holy crap. Wow. That's it's humbling. It's very humbling. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yes, so we're going to be continuing with the One Stat Challenge, and hopefully we'll be okay. I don't know. Yeah, it's almost 3 consistent years, Christian. Nikki's been around since, like, within the first 3 months of me streaming is when she joined. I don't know exactly how long it had been. I want to say it was like a month and a half when she joined. She was my first moderator, and she's been here ever since. So we're talking getting close to 7 years. We're at about 6.5 years that Nikki and I have known each other, so it's been quite a while. Thank you, Nikki. I really appreciate it. Yes, so we're going to be doing the One Stat Challenge on Dark Souls, and it's getting challenging because my guy is strong, but a couple of hits destroy him, and I get staggered very, very easily. So it's pretty challenging what we're doing. But I'm definitely enjoying this little challenge, especially doing it by myself. It's a little bit different. For anybody who hasn't been around for the One Stat Challenge that I've done, I used to play it with my brother all the time. And so the benefit was that I had somebody to help me, which made it a little bit more manageable. But then the drawback was that we would get invaded and stuff, and that could be hard, and connecting with each other was a nightmare sometimes with Dark Souls. Now that I'm doing it by myself, I don't have those issues, but it's much harder because all the attention is on me. So it makes it much more challenging to do. But that's kind of where we are. So I guess we can just click here, get into the gameplay, and of course the game isn't showing up on OBS. Let me see if I can get it to pop up here. If I go here to game capture, will it fix? Game capture. This song is catchy. I like this song. Dark Souls Remastered. There we go. Wait, I can't see who it is. I can't see who it is. Everything's in the way. Merle, 24 months. 2-year anniversary.
A 2 years of retroness.
2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary. Crazy. Yes, I am. How are you? So I'm actually always live on Wednesdays and Fridays usually, but I'm switching the Wednesday to Tuesday now because it's a little bit easier for me timeline wise. But how are you? It's perfect because I keep saying so it just sounds like I'm saying your name instead of instead of stuttering. How are you? How are things? But yes, so we are live on everything. right now. So for anybody popping in, yes, we are on everything. We are on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, all three at once. I have a convoluted mess of garbage on my desktop right now. That's why I'm like struggling to figure out how to overlay everything. You remember those streams? Yeah, they were great, Christian. I love streaming with my brother. The downside is he works a lot, so him and I don't have an opportunity to stream together anymore. So it kind of sucks. 4090 mobile graphics laptop. Dang. 4090, that's crazy. I've got a 3070 and I think that this thing is pretty powerful. But I have heard that for the price, the 40 series, the price jump isn't worth the power jump in comparison to the 30 series, if that makes sense. Like if you go from the 20 to 30, you noticed a big leap in power, but from the 30 to 40, you don't notice as big of a leap in power. But the price between the 20 and 30 isn't as big as the price between the 30 and 40 was, or is. So apparently it's a little bit disappointing from what I've heard. I don't know. And then there's a whole bunch of problems with like fires and melting cables and stuff. So I don't know how I feel about the 40 series right now. I'm happy with my 30. Yeah, my CPU bottlenecks my, you got the 60 Super. That's supposed to be a pretty decent card. It's supposed to be a pretty decent card and still holds up okay. Obviously, if you're doing like 4K gaming, you're in trouble, but like most people are playing at 1080p anyway. So I play at 1440p. The 3070 is more than enough for that. The only thing that it struggles with is VR, if anything. Avibagla. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. I don't know why I didn't hear the alert. That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know why I didn't hear the alert, but oh, because I didn't add it here. I didn't add it here. Hold on. It's for TikTok people. I have been messing with how I was gonna do this. So I was just saying it a second ago, actually. So hold on. Alerts. Add my alerts. What are parries? Oh, weird. Okay, followers are on, gifts are on, general. Okay, add source. Put it over my face so people can see it and it doesn't get blended into the thing. Okay. So just to explain kind of what mess I have right now for people on TikTok and for people on Twitch who are wondering how I'm doing all three at once. This is what I've had to do. If you stream, you know that you can only use your camera for one place, right? Like if I try to open up 2 instances of OBS, I can only have the camera working on one, or I'd have to have separate cameras. So it can be pretty hard to get them working. So one of the options you can do is to start a virtual camera, which is great, but then TikTok is vertical and Twitch and YouTube are horizontal. So then that is kind of hard to deal with it because now one's going to be cropped or whatever. So that's not really an option. I can't just run the webcam and have all Twitch and YouTube at the same time and TikTok and have it all look proper. That's why I see a lot of my friends have the vertical thing and it's like you got the black bars at the bottom and top. What I've done, I opened Streamlabs OBS and have just my webcam there. Then I opened OBS and have all of my Twitch and YouTube overlays and everything there. I did a window capture of Streamlabs OBS and used that as my webcam on OBS. Then I've done a display capture and used that as you can see on TikTok, there's the bar and everything. I've done a display capture to capture my gameplay on my PC. Then on TikTok, I did the same display capture and I did the same window capture so I could get my high quality webcam on both platforms and have it formatted for each platform individually. It does add a strain because I do have to have 2 instances running. So one going to TikTok and one going to Restream, and Restream takes care of sending it to Twitch and YouTube. And so I've got 2 instances running, but I've kept the quality half decent. And then the third instance, the Streamlabs OBS is literally just open just so I can window capture. So it's complicated. There's a whole bunch of windows open right now on my screen. It's a nightmare to deal with. It's pretty frustrating to kind of figure out how to get everything to work, but it's working. You're still rocking a 10 series? Oh man, from the 10 even to the 20 series, because I had a 1070, then I moved up to a 2070, now I'm at a 3070. From the 10 to the 20 was a pretty big leap as far as stability goes. You know, no frame rate drops or anything, running at 1440p, everything was great. But the ray tracing was a little bit rough. Going from the 30 to the 70, or from the 20 to 30 series, the stability stayed the same. I've never really had any frame rate issues, but the ray tracing has been much more manageable now. Now I can run ray tracing at like medium settings at 1440p with everything turned up to max, and it runs pretty stably at 60 frames a second. So if you're going from a 10 series and you're able to get like a 30 series, you're going to notice a gigantic leap in quality. It's pretty cool. My big thing is, because I do VR, I wanted something that was pretty powerful. The 2070 did okay, but it still had instances of dropped frames or stuttering. I think they call it reprojection, is when they double frames to try to make it stay smooth, which then caused delays, and sometimes it would jitter, so you'd get like this weird like vibrating with the frames. It was really weird. But the 30 series, I haven't had that many problems with it, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, Buns. So I don't do the dual PC setup just because it gets complicated when it comes to like wiring and getting everything to work the way you want. There's a lot more complication with getting, you know, sound effects and everything to sync up properly. I like the one PC setup. It's also, we're at a point now in hardware where you can run one PC and have it all run flawlessly. Like right now, I am literally running 2 instances, like 2 full streams are being computed. One is running off my CPU, one is running off my GPU, and they're running perfectly fine, and I'm going to be able to run Dark Souls with no problems. So I don't need the 2 PC setup. The nice thing about the 2 PC setup is that you can do very, very high-end graphics and not have to worry about the strain of streaming, right? So like if I was playing something like Cyberpunk, and I wanted full ray tracing and everything turned on, yeah, streaming is going to be a nightmare with that. Having a second PC to just take care of the streaming definitely makes it easier. Or if I want to like edit videos on stream, having a second PC would make that a lot easier. But I'm playing Dark Souls. I don't really worry about it too much. Plus, I usually stream from consoles. I've only been streaming from PC the last little while because it's just what I've been wanting to play. But normally I actually use a console, so that doesn't even add any strain to the PC at all. The PC is just streaming. So that's why I never really bothered with it, because mostly I stream from PC or from console. Lol, how's it going? How are you? Hello, Wewin. How are you? You've been waiting for the stream, S. Nice to see you. I actually normally stream tomorrow, but I decided to stream today because tomorrow's a bit rough for me. I was just explaining this. I usually get up very late Wednesday morning, afternoon, because I work very late tonight, and so I usually don't get home till about 5:30 in the morning. By the time I get to sleep, it's like 6:30 in the morning. By the time I get up, it's like 1:30ish. And, you know, I have to shower, and now with the hair system, showering isn't just like go in 10 minutes and get out. It's like a 45-minute to an hour process, because I need to shower, but then I have to do a whole bunch of like, you know, put treatments into the hair and style it and do a bunch of stuff. So that ends up taking a lot of time. So by the time I'm done my shower and ready, it's going to be like 2:30, and I have to pick up my daughter at 2:30. So I can't really stream on Tuesdays as easily unless I go on like 2 hours of sleep. And call me superficial, but I don't want to look like crap on stream more than I already do with the acne and stuff, right? So I'm going to stream on Tuesdays to try to make it a little bit easier. But yes, I am here. I'm on all 3, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, for anybody wondering. But yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Somebody said they were lurking. Steffi, hello. Shut up, Siri. Steffi, Happy New Year to you as well. Congratulations, Steffi. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. But yes, this year should be a good year. Now that I have a full head of hair, it's definitely going to be a good year. It's a good start to the year. But yes, I have played the Spider-Man games. I have. All right, let's get started. Let's get going with Dark Souls, the remaster, and the 1-stat challenge, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, hopefully this works. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the computer can handle it. Oh, man. I'm a little bit... extra when it comes to the way I've set things up, but I think it's working. Steffi, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. It was like I was like giddy when I saw the tweet, and I'm so happy for you. Christian Plays, haven't seen me in over a year. How have you been? How has life been over the last year? And S, yes, I have played the Spider-Man games. I beat both of them, I want to say when the PS5 was released, I actually got it with Miles Morales, and then I played Miles Morales for like about 2 hours, and then I was like, no, I want to go back and play the original Spider-Man. So I got the Spider-Man. I had it like before with the PS4, and then I installed it, and I think that one came with an update for the PS5. I think that's what it was. And so then I played that and beat that. Then I went and played Miles Morales. So it was like within the first couple of months of the PS5 being released. Period. I don't know. It just shows period on your name. But no, this is not my first run. I have played this for a while on the channel. I used to do Dark Souls once a week for almost the whole time I've been streaming. So about 5 years worth. I've been streaming for about 7, but I took a year off. So about 5 years worth. I played Dark Souls once a week. Not just this one, but all the Dark Souls. That being said, I am not a professional Dark Souls player, so do not expect amazing play. But I've played it enough that I want a little bit more of a challenge in the game. Again, my skill is not very high, but it's just what it is. It's just what it is. Oh, man. Oh, nice, Wendy. Your washing machine broke. That's the worst. That is the worst. Our washing machine broke when we moved in here, like within the first month or so of moving in here. And having nowhere to wash laundry was bad. Our landlords were great. They ordered a new washing machine, but it took it 2 weeks to get here. 2 weeks without being able to wash laundry really sucked. We had to take laundry out to my parents' house, and they live about an hour away. And so that was fun. That was fun. Oh, nice, Buns. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at your art on Twitter. I am really bad with Twitter. I tried to post on Twitter, but I forget I have it. And even when I do have it, like on my mind, when I remember, I don't know what to post, right? Like, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. I lack social skills, and Twitter is very much about, like, trying to connect with people and talk to people, and I'm not good at that stuff. So, like, most of my tweets are random, or they're random responses to people. Question for everybody. Do you all get tagged from Twitter sending you an email of like random people that you don't follow? And it's like telling you, did you see this person's tweet? And it has nothing to do with you. And you're just like, what the hell are you telling me about this person for? I don't care about them. Like, I've gotten tweets from Donald Trump Jr. I'm Canadian. I don't give a crap what that guy has to say. Oh no, he's gonna stagger me. Okay. Or I'll get like, there's this guy that I keep getting tweets from. I guess he's a streamer. I don't know, but he's a drama dude. Like, every other tweet is him starting beef with somebody else on Twitter. And it's really irritating to wake up to see how he's like calling somebody out. But it's not even like calling them out for terrible behavior. He's just like making fun of people. Like, somebody will say they're upset about something, and then he'll just tweet them out, making fun of them for it. And it's just like, why am I getting tagged on this stuff? I don't care about, like, he didn't tag me. Twitter's just sending it to me. It's like, why are you telling me this stuff? I don't care about this guy. It's so dumb. You get DMs, scam messages. Oh, yeah, those are the worst. I get a lot of emails. They're not scam emails. It's kind of hard to explain. They're not scam emails because they're real companies that are messaging me, asking me to work for them. But what they're offering is kind of scammy, if that makes sense. Like, they'll be like, oh, we'll help you by monetizing your stuff, and you'll get 35% of what we make. It's like, dude, I already don't make money on TikTok. I'm not going to try to monetize with you and give you money for all of my work. Or I'll get people that'll message me about stuff that's like, why are you telling me to promote you? Like, I've had somebody ask me to promote vapes. I'm a healthcare worker. It's a pretty big consensus, but among most healthcare workers, that vapes are dangerous. Why would you ask a healthcare worker that? Clearly you haven't looked at my content. Or I'll get like, I got one company that sent out that they wanted me to promote their company, and they were willing to send me 3 laundry bins to promote. 1 to give away and 2 for myself. What the hell does laundry bins have to do with video games? They weren't even like, you know, fun video game or nerdy style laundry. They were just laundry bins. It was just housewares. What are you contacting me for? I don't do housewares. I talk about video games. I'm an adult who plays video games. You really think that I want to talk about housewares? It's so crazy. Pretzel, nice to see you. Hello. Imagine not having clean lungs. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm from an older generation, right? So like, I come from a generation where games could be beat. Oh God, he's gonna knock me out. Where games could be beat in like half an hour. So when I hear 12 hours, to me, that's an acceptable length for a game. And if I recall, Miles Morales wasn't full price, right? Like it was a couple, it was like $20 cheaper than a full price game. That being said, the game was so good that I wish it was longer, for sure. I absolutely wish it was longer, for sure. There's a few games that I feel that way about, like, I've talked about it a lot on the channel, but Green Hell was a game that I played. And it's anywhere from like 10 to 20 hours to beat. But if you know what you're doing, 10 hours is very feasible in that game. And I felt that 10 hours was way too short for such a great game. It's fine for like the $35 I paid for it, but it still fell short. So I totally feel that way. It's making a sound. I don't trust it. Yeah, it's better to get it looked at when it's making the sound rather than when it's totally broken, right? I know, Steffi, seriously. Like, I wear the same 3 shirts, and I never wash them in between until somebody out in public plugs their nose. That's when I know it's about time to change it. But outside of that, it's my ripe smell, all right? People, how are people going to know I'm a gamer? I mean, ignoring, like, the controller on my chest or the hat that says Zelda on it and stuff. If they don't smell me, then they don't know I'm a gamer. That's what I have to say. Did I fight Dark Sun? I don't know who Dark Sun is. Don't know who Dark Sun is. Oh, Pretzel, I'm not saying I don't like long games. I'm just saying somebody on TikTok commented that it was a shame that Miles Morales was short because it was only 12 hours. So I was saying that I grew up in a time when games were beat 1 hour. So 12 hours to me feels like it's a pretty long game. So I feel like it's worth the price when we would pay, you know, like the Ninja Turtles game I have a NES Ninja Turtles arcade port. And that game, when it came out, it would have been the full $50. And you can beat that game in like half an hour. So I love long games. I love extra long games. But it's when you grew up in a time when I had games that were like 1 hour long, or like the really long games were like 8 hours to beat. When I hear 12 hours, it sounds like a reasonable time. So it's always interesting to me when I hear people complain when games are shorter than 20 hours. Because 20 hours to me was like an insanely long game. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't beaten Gwendolyn yet. Link 5, you gave Elden Ring another try and you liked it. Nice. Did you, like, what was it hard to get to that point? Like, did you still struggle after going back to actually get to the point where you would enjoy it? Because I've heard it's amazing. Moa! Nice to see you, Moa. How are you? Everybody on TikTok, on Twitch and YouTube, if I miss your message, I really apologize. The way I have my desktop set up, it's really, 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 really messy. And I'm using Restream to stream both on Twitch and YouTube. And because I'm using Restream, I have the Restream website up, and I've got the chat on screen, but I can literally only see 2 lines, like 2 messages. So as soon as it pops up, I can't see anything past that unless I go off the window, because my Restream chat app isn't working. It won't let me log in. I'm good, Moa. I am good. Lurking from work. How is work? Are you still working at the grocery store, or are you working somewhere new now? Because we haven't talked in a while. I haven't streamed in over a year, so we haven't talked in quite a while. JC, yes, it's the only way I can win. I'm not super skilled at this game. It's the only way I can win. Yeah, Link, that's the challenge. Thank you so much, JC, for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's the challenge. I think I must have said this to you because I've said it a billion times. The biggest problem with Dark Souls, outside of getting invaded by people who were insanely good at the game, the biggest problem with Dark Souls is that I keep calling it an entrance fee, but the entrance fee is so high. If you can't get past that initial challenge, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. You pre-ordered it, Nikki? I'm really, really excited for it. Oh, you had to change clothes for work? Okay. Yeah, Link, and that's the big thing is if you don't know what you're expecting when you go to play Dark Souls, it's very easy to be upset at the game because it feels unfair when you walk in and 2 hits can kill you, 3 hits can kill you, or you get staggered and there's nothing you can do and you get destroyed. And sometimes it is unfair because you get a really bad RNG turnout and you get your butt kicked. But once you kind of get the feel of it and you kind of understand the pace of the game and how it's very much risk versus reward, you can kind of fall into that groove a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's easier here. Yeah. I personally, Mo, I like YouTube, but I did well on Twitch, so I can't say no to Twitch. At the same time, both platforms have their problems. You know, there's a lot of talk on YouTube from YouTube streamers of the issues they have with YouTube, but there's also a lot of talk from Twitch streamers of the issues they have with Twitch. I think either way there's problems, so I'd rather just be on both. And then I'm on TikTok at the same time. I do not, Chorix. I don't do first-person shooters. I definitely don't do online competitive games at all. Yeah, the dark, and that's kind of how I am. I don't like playing online because I don't like being invaded because I'm not very good. There was a time, I want to say it was was it Dark Souls 3? It might have been this one, but I think it was Dark Souls 3. My brother and I were playing together, and we kept getting invaded by the same guy over and over and over again. And the thing is, we're pretty sure he was cheating because we were playing on PC. We're pretty sure he was cheating because he would invade us. And, is that a big Yoda? Oh, big Yoda he is. And so we would get invaded by the same guy. And there would be things like he would be away from us and swing and not even like facing us. He'd be facing the other way and swing and we would get hit. There were a couple of times where I would hit him. His health would go to 0 and he wouldn't die. And then he managed to still kill me. And he continuously invaded my brother and I. So it was really, really frustrating. And it's really strange that the same guy kept invading us over and over again. So I have a feeling he was cheating. So that part could be really frustrating. I prefer playing offline so I don't get invaded as much. Duty Beard, how are you, man? Anybody on Twitch? If you're on TikTok, you can't see Twitch, but on Twitch right now, Duty Beard just messaged. That is who I'm always talking about when people ask me about like how to get more viewers and stuff, and I talk about being creative and thinking outside the box. Duty Beard's the person I'm talking about. Duty Beard is literally like the 1990s Nickelodeon, all that, MTV, like that's what his stream is. It's the crazy, flashy in your face, creative, out of the box thinking. That's somebody you should look at if y'all are looking towards streaming. Check out Duty Beard. He's very, very outside the box thinking. He does creative, insane stuff on his stream. And he's always willing to take a risk. Duty Beard is the person I always talk about. If you want to check him out, he's on my Twitch right now. He's awesome. Like I said, if you want to feel like what it felt like in the 90s to watch Nickelodeon, watch Duty Beard stream and you could totally see it. It's cool. It's really cool. Oh man. I only played Elden Ring. Haven't been invaded, luckily. Oh yeah, Wendy. I want to buy the game. I want to. I'm really bummed out that I don't have the money right now and it's on sale right now, but I have to be an adult and not waste my money when I don't have it. But yeah, Duty Beard, I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you had a good New Year. And I hope life is treating you okay. I know you've had a bit of a rough patch here and there, so I'm hoping things are smoothing out and that this year will be your year, man. Okay, so let's see. What do I need? I want to reinforce my painted sword. I think I got my painted sword all the way up. I did. Okay. What's the next one? Is it modify? No. Was it? Wait, do I not have a painted sword anymore? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused. Huh. I don't see the painted sword. Okay, well, we'll just stick with this one then, I guess. Merle, mine was quiet. Mine was really quiet. I watched the Matilda movie. We missed the countdown. We were watching the Matilda movie, and then I looked at my clock, and it was like 12:05. I was like, oh, Happy New Year to everybody. It was the first New Year that I didn't do the countdown. It was really weird. But it was quiet. It was nice. We ordered some Chinese food. I had to go to work. I came home from work and we watched Matilda. It was nice. It was really nice. Although it was weird being away from my parents. I've celebrated every single New Year's except for one with my parents. And that was when I was about 18 or 19, and it was because I got snowed out and I couldn't get to them. And then this year we didn't, because everybody was kind of in different places, so no New Year's. It was weird. It was a weird New Year's, but it was good. Yeah, Merle. I mean, so the place that I work at, they were closed the next day, so they were closed for New Year's Day. So I could have gone either way, but I had to go to 3 locations, and so I decided to split it up so that way I didn't have to do a whole bunch of places in one night. And so I worked New Year's, and I was able to start pretty early. So I was home by like 10 o'clock. But still, it kind of just wrecks the... It wrecks the feeling when you're at work all day. Okay, so I need to fight this guy, and I don't really want to. Oh, but you forgot, Christian? I didn't see it too much this year, but almost every year you see all those TikToks and videos of like, if you start watching this movie at exactly this time, at the countdown, you'll be at this line, and then there'll be like a funny line in the movie or something exciting happens in the movie. I didn't see very many of those this year. So the original Matilda movie is a classic. It's great. And then they did the musical, and I actually went and watched the musical in Toronto. I want to say it was the first Christmas gift Alana ever bought me was tickets to Matilda. Okay, we're going to try again without becoming human, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll become human. And so I watched the musical on stage, and then I got to do it right before the pandemic. Like, literally, we did it, and then within 3 weeks of the closing night, the whole world shut down. Damn it. And so I got to do Matilda, and then the movie came out, and then we watched the movie musical. Was for Forrest Gump to celebrate with Lieutenant Dan. That would be fun. That would be really fun. I've seen a few of them, like, oh god, I can't even remember. There was quite a few of them, Steffi, where people would like just like stupid things in movies. Funny lines, like lines that everybody quotes type of thing. But yeah. He switched over here. I figured if I do all 3, that gives people options. We want to be able to use TikTok or to use Twitch, depending on what they're on, right? Like some people are out and about, they can just kind of have their phone on, and so they're able to watch TikTok. But some people are at home and they don't want to sit with their phone, so they're gonna rather watch on a laptop or whatever. But yeah, the Matilda musical movie was really well done. The cast is insanely talented. I had a couple of complaints that I didn't really like. The kid who played Bruce, he's the kid that eats the cake, if you don't know the character names. He's the kid that eats the cake. He was talented, but they didn't make a good choice for Bruce. Because they put him in a fat suit, but on film it doesn't work because it wasn't a good fat suit. Like, it wasn't one of those like silicone realistic looking fat suits. It literally looked like he had a pillow in his shirt. That was kind of dumb, and his face is like super skinny. I get it, because they had to dance and stuff, so they wanted dancers, and if you're a dancer as a kid, you're more than likely going to be very thin. And so they put a fat suit on. I didn't like that acting choice or that character choice. They either should have went full on skinny and make it ironic that the skinny kid eats so much, or picked a bigger kid. And Emma, whatever her name, I think her name is Emma, the lady who played Trunchbull, she was also from Nanny McPhee and everything. phenomenal actress. Her acting chops were obviously on point. She did phenomenal. But I didn't like her choice either because you could tell she was also wearing a muscle suit under her costume and it looked very fake. Again, works on stage, doesn't work on film. And the original Trunchbull from the movie was like a very, very large woman, and so she was intimidating when she stood above you, whereas the lady they chose she looked intimidating. She looked like a frazzled old woman, but she looked very skinny, and so it was like she didn't have that intimidation factor. They could have chosen, and traditionally on stage they choose a man to play the role, so they could have chosen a man to play the role to give it that like very muscular look if they couldn't have found a woman to do it. Acting chops she had, is just physically I didn't believe it. And then, like I said, the final number, I don't understand why they wrote a brand new final number that didn't really add anything to the story, and yet they cut 2 other numbers from the movie. So that was my only complaints about the movie. I thought the movie was awesome. It was really well done. Oh man, yeah, it was the 3 heart challenge, Christian. That was fun. That's how it all kind of started, is the 3 heart challenge on Zelda, and then it was like I could probably do like a no armor challenge on Dark Souls, and so we did that, and then we did a no shield challenge, and then I was like, that's still not bad. Like I can still dodge and stuff with no shield, and if my health and everything is up high, taking a few hits isn't a big deal. Then I was like, but one stat really, really messes with you. Like it screws you up if you don't pay attention. So I thought that this was a better challenge, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay. What one would I be playing Elden Ring? We win? Sorry, I didn't know if you were asking me or if you were asking somebody else. I don't know, we win. My brother has it on the PlayStation, so like that was the one that I was initially interested in, but I don't have PlayStation Plus, so I couldn't play it online even if I wanted to. PC is the one that I was looking at on Steam, because it was on sale, and my PC is pretty powerful. But that's probably the one I'm going to go with, is PC. It's either PC or PS5. Probably PC, because I don't have to pay to play online. Whereas on the PS5, I'd have to buy the PlayStation Plus, and right now I don't have plans on doing that. But that's kind of where I'm sitting. All right, let's reverse hollowing. Buns, honestly, it's not for everybody. Like it's very much not for everybody playing these games. If you can get past the difficulty, if you can actually endure learning how to play these games, it can be very, very rewarding. When you start figuring things out and you finally beat a boss that you've been stuck on for over an hour, it can be very rewarding. But that 1 hour can be one of the worst hours in video gaming that you can feel. And that kind of destroys the whole fun in the game for a lot of people, because like it or not, people have become accustomed to being able to beat the game, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a subset that play a lot of retro games, and retro games didn't allow that. When gaming first came out, a big thing was arcades, because people couldn't afford video games at home. To get games to work properly, you needed fairly powerful hardware back then, and so it would be very expensive. And so they would have arcades. And so when games started getting ported to the home consoles, they had that arcade mentality of keep the difficulty high. It was kind of the only way they knew how to do it. And so my generation and people who are younger than me that play a lot of retro games are kind of accustomed to a high difficulty curve and to pay for getting further into the game. The thing is, when you do that, you end up with a lot of companies that make the game unnecessarily hard. And so you end up with a difficulty curve that almost falsely makes the game longer. A game that could have taken 20 minutes to beat now is going to take you 3 hours, and it's only going to take you 3 hours because it's so hard, and you're going to be playing for 3 hours to get to a certain point in the game. Dark Souls kind of goes back to that. Dark Souls says, screw it, we want that high difficulty. We want people to struggle to get through this game. And that's not for everybody, for sure. But I do think games have also gone to the opposite extreme now, where they make the games so easy, and they give you the, Mario. after you die a certain amount of times, it's like, oh, do you want this like superpower up to make it easier for you? Or there are certain games that when you die 3 or 4 times, it goes, do you want us to lower the difficulty? No, I want to suffer. I want to struggle with it. Leave me alone. But it's not for everybody, right? Some people just genuinely will not like these types of games. Some people thrive on these types of games. There are days where I get insanely frustrated with these games and I do not want to play them. 100%. I get mad and I don't want to do it. But if you can get past that initial anger, there is seriously no better feeling than when you finally beat that boss after struggling for so long, or when you get really, 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 really close to dying and then you land that final hit and the boss dies. And it's like, it was so close and it was literally a 1 second difference that would have killed you. You know what I mean? I don't follow Pokemon too much, Pretzel, so I don't really know. I don't really know what you're talking about. KG. I'm just going to call you KG. How are you? How are things? But yeah, so the difficulty is definitely high for some people, and some people will never enjoy it. But I think that's what kind of makes these games even more fun. I do like the mechanics of it, the way that it is. Copyright my idea. I've said it before, and it's somewhere in one of my recordings, so you can't steal this idea for any game devs out there, because I will one day learn to develop a game, have a production company, and make a video game. I'm saying. Dang it, I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see it. Where's OBS? The Turtsa. 5 months. 5 months. Thank you. Thank you, Turtsa. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that.
Finally got my R back.
There it is. There it is. People on TikTok can only kind of hear the sound effect. They don't see it. Somebody just subbed on Twitch. Can I pop this thing out? Can I do that? Why can't I pop out the chat from the website? That's so weird that I can't do that. Why can't I pop the chat out? Sorry, I'm just trying to see. You know what I'll do? Try this. I do it this way. Put this on top. Okay, now I can kind of see everything that I want to see, so maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Cosplay Fitness, nice to see you. So I did stop. I stopped for over a year, actually. I didn't stream for about a year and 2 months. I wasn't planning to come back to streaming, but I had a job change and I started working night shift, and then I'd get up to pick up my daughter from school, and then I would spend all day doing nothing. I had really slowed down on TikTok. I wasn't streaming. I haven't acted in a while. I did a couple of shows right before the pandemic started, but I hadn't really done a lot of acting. I wasn't doing anything, and I have a lot of social issues. Like I struggle socializing, and so even like hanging out with friends wasn't an option. So I would do nothing all day long. So I actually was planning to start streaming again as like a pastime. And then I made a TikTok making fun of Elon Musk, and then a bunch of people started commenting on it, and it kind of just I didn't plan on making that TikTok. I was planning to really, really ease up on TikTok. I actually hadn't made a TikTok in about a month and a half, 2 months, and then I couldn't pass up the opportunity to make fun of Elon Musk, and so I made the video, the video making fun of Elon Musk, and that kind of threw me back into TikTok right as I was starting to stream. So I've started streaming again. Very, very casually. I stream about 3 times a week. I was streaming once a week on Twitch and YouTube, and it was later in the evening, and I was streaming earlier on TikTok on Wednesdays and Fridays. But then I found a way to stream on all 3 at once without losing quality on any of the platforms, because one of the problems that I was finding is that TikTok is vertical, YouTube and Twitch are horizontal, and it's very, very frustrating to try to watch a YouTube or Twitch stream on TikTok because you get those like bars at the bottom and the top, and it doesn't look good. But if I streamed on TikTok and I try to pass it on to YouTube and Twitch, it's vertical, so it wouldn't have worked on that platform either, on those platforms either. But I found a way to do them properly on both. The quality, I think, is passable. I think it looks decent. So now I'm doing that. I've been live now for about a month. I think I've been going live for about a month now. But yeah. Life sim, but AI constantly tries to find a way to kill. Oh my god, that would be so cool, Steffi. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Whitney was known for being a tremendous difficult gym fight in Gen 2 because of her Oh, okay, Pretzel. See, I only ever played Dark Souls 1. I mean, I only ever played Merle Hydration. Have I not turned off the stupid channel point redemptions? I don't have any of those enabled. I'm sorry. Anybody who's doing that on Twitch, I don't have any of those enabled. I never played past Pokemon Red. That was Game Boy Pokemon Red was the last Pokemon I played. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. All good. It was a good holiday. KG, it was a good holiday. It was nice. It was quiet. Christmas, we went to my brother's for dinner, and I worked. And then New Year's, I worked, and then we watched Matilda. It was pretty quiet. It was nice. So KG, I'm actually triple streaming. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. Pokemon cards, hello. I'm using the TikTok Studio app. It's a little bit messy, so I'm actually using the TikTok Studio app. I'm doing a really messed up way of streaming right now. I'm live on all three. For everybody kind of popping in right now that's wondering how I'm live on all three, I'm using Restream to go to Twitch and YouTube, and I'm using OBS to do that. And then I'm using the TikTok Live Studio to go live to TikTok. I've lowered down to 720p on all platforms to kind of help quality stay decent, but not be super, super hard on my system. And for those of you who stream, you know that you can't capture webcams on multiple platforms at the same time. It'll always tell you the webcam's in use. So, Week, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. So what I've done, which is like, this is where it gets messy. I have Slobs open, Streamlabs OBS, and I have just my webcam showing on there. Then I have OBS open, and I've done a window capture of Slobs so I can have my webcam on OBS without it affecting the webcam is in use. I also... Uh-oh, I'm being invaded! I'm being invaded! I was paused! You can't do that! I'm not picking that up. Are you kidding me? I'm not stupid. And so I got... Oh, they're gonna kill me. I was too busy talking. So I have a window capture to capture the webcam on OBS. And then on the TikTok Live Studio, I also have a window capture to capture Streamlabs OBS for my webcam. So that's how I'm able to have my webcam on both platforms at once and not lose quality. Because the first time I initially tried... catching the webcam from OBS, but because on OBS I have it reduced to a very small window, the quality was insanely low. It wasn't good at all. And so it wasn't worth... lowering the quality that way. So I was trying to figure out a way to get both the webcam and the computer... and the webcam on OBS and TikTok Studio without paying the price of lowering the quality. And so that's kind of why I did it the way that I did. And it seems to be working. My webcam seems to be decent quality on TikTok, and it seems to be fine on YouTube, so... Pretzel, my brother does not stream anymore. Inuyugi, hello, nice to see you. You picked up Scarlet and actually beat all of it, plus caught all the Pokemon. That's, you know what? I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's really... Now, was it Violet? Scarlet and Violet that came out together? That's the one that was really, really glitchy, right? I hear that it's phenomenal. It was just full of glitches, and that was the big problem. Hold on a second. Pokemon cards, give me just a second here. Hello, Henry Ball, nice to see you. Okay, you've been using the app too, but you cannot manage chat from the app. Yeah, I can't do that either, Pokemon cards. I have my tablet right here, so I can do that kind of stuff. Because I couldn't manage anything. I actually had to make a secondary account that I can go and manage from, because I couldn't even open my own account and watch my own stream to manage it. I had to make a secondary account and then watch my streams from that account and make that a mod, so that way I could do all that stuff. The TikTok app is kind of a mess. It's a really big mess. I actually had originally been just using my OBS. When I was just streaming to TikTok only, I was using my OBS and doing a virtual webcam and controlling OBS to do all the stuff I wanted, because the TikTok app is a mess. but the TikTok app allows me to come out with pretty decent quality and have the chat on screen and everything. So it was, you give up a lot, but you get some stuff that you wouldn't get any other way. And I found that streaming from the OBS using the key, because I have a key as well, streaming from OBS using the key, it got really complicated, because at least when I last did it, I had to go live. I had to have the code, the pin or whatever from my phone or tablet, then copy that onto OBS, which was a nightmare of either having to copy and paste it and email it to myself or literally type it out. And then I'd have to go live on that, then go to my tablet and go live on that. And if anything happened to my tablet, then the whole thing disconnected, and then I have to redo a new code, and it was a total nightmare. So I just stopped doing it that way, and decided that it was just better if I just went live from the app. But yeah, being able to... oh, it's Falcon! Oh my god. So what I did is... when you... How do I add somebody as a mod? There's a way to add people as mods. I want to say that you have to go to like your privacy in your settings as your main account. You go into your privacy settings, and there's a place there where you can add moderators. It's like where you can censor words and stuff. There should be a way there to add moderators. I want to say, I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure if you look on YouTube, there's a way that you can see how to add moderators. So make your second account, find out what your account name is, and then go to your main account and then add them as a mod. And then that way, when you log into your second account and watch your stream, you can do everything that your regular channel would do. Henry Ball. I don't watch football. I don't watch football. No, weak. That's that he's asking for TikTok, how to mod somebody on TikTok. Yeah, Triforce Queen. It's been a while. I actually stopped streaming for about a year. A year and a couple of months. I don't know exactly how long, but it was like a year and a couple of months that I stopped streaming completely. And it was actually, you know what? I'm going to go through, kill everybody, come back, and then become human. And so I stopped streaming completely. I wasn't planning to come back to streaming. I've now come back to streaming. And I'm doing Resident Evil and Dark Souls right now. The only reason I started doing Dark Souls on Twitch or on TikTok is because I wanted something that I could have a little bit of brainlessness to, like that I could chat and just kind of play. If nobody was around, it wasn't a big deal. It's not like when I'm playing Resident Evil, if the chat is going crazy, it's very, or not Resident Evil, if I'm playing something like, well, Zelda, I know the story, but if I play something with a story, it's kind of hard to follow when chat's going crazy. It's also not as entertaining for people to watch a game if it's not me getting my butt kicked. And I thought Dark Souls was a nice way to do that. I originally wanted to just kind of do horror stuff, but I haven't figured out a way to trigger jump scares on TikTok yet. And so I was like, well, I can't do jump scares over there, so I'll do some Dark Souls. It's easy. It's installed on my computer already. I could just kind of do that. And it's been, what the heck? I was shielding. Why didn't that work? And it's just kind of what I've stuck with. And then I'm doing horror streams on Twitch and YouTube on Thursdays. And now I'm streaming on all three. That's why I'm doing Dark Souls on Twitch and YouTube right now. I'm streaming on all three now, like triple streaming, just because I figured Twitch is only getting 1 day a week. YouTube's only getting 1 day a week. And it's not enough for people to kind of feel the consistency of me being back. And the hours I stream on Twitch and YouTube are very, very late for most people. So it doesn't really make sense that I'm streaming on TikTok and kind of ignoring Twitch and YouTube. At the same time, TikTok is my biggest platform. It wouldn't make sense to stream on Twitch and YouTube and completely ignore TikTok either when I have a chance to stream from my PC. Oh my god, Steffi. Resident Evil 7, I will never find another game with that kind of an experience as Resident Evil 7 in VR. That was one of the scariest streaming experiences I've ever had. Life's been good, Triforce. Life's been good. Henry Ball, yes, I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and here on TikTok. So it's retro for the first time on all of them. If you just look it up, you'll find me on all three platforms, and I'm live on all three. All right, Buns, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you spending some time with us. I look forward to seeing some art, for sure. But yeah, I definitely still get a few jump scares in the horror stuff. I know Merle enjoys watching me get scared for sure. Um, I haven't figured out how to do it on TikTok yet. I have one friend that streams horror stuff, and he's been streaming on TikTok lately. And I haven't watched his streams long enough to see them get triggered, but I have a feeling there is a way to get jump scares to trigger on TikTok. I just don't know how to do it yet. You know, I've seen those guys, the stupid false streams where they pretend like they're sleeping, and if you do this, I won't be able to sleep. You know, that BS to make money. But I feel like there's got to be a way to trigger something from TikTok and trigger something in real life from it. So I have to figure out how. I just haven't had the time to look around for it. But I would like to get jump scares triggered on TikTok as well. I definitely have them on Twitch and YouTube. So when I do horror streams, you're going to get jump scares from Twitch and YouTube visible on TikTok. I'm going to have to add the alerts from Twitch and YouTube to TikTok so people can kind of get why I'm screaming, because they're going to see me playing, standing there, and all of a sudden I scream and they're not going to know why. But definitely the jump scares are probably the part that most people like about my streams, because it's me screaming like a baby. But I have fun doing it. Oh my god, me too, Steffi. There are so many scam streamers on TikTok, because you know they're not actually being woken up. Like, I guarantee you they're sitting at a studio. Like, there's like a building they've rented out where they've made a bunch of rooms, and then this person goes and sits for 8 hours and then makes a whole bunch of money. And I'm sure they don't make a lot of money from it. Whoever runs these farms is making all this money from it. But I guarantee you that's what they're doing, is that they're at a studio or whatever, and they're pretending. And I wouldn't even be surprised if none of the chat is actually triggering these things. Instead, it's just a pre-recorded set of sound effects and stuff that happen, and this person just reacts to them, and then the chatters that are really there are starting to donate thinking that they're going to do it, and they're not really. You know what I mean? Me too, Merle. When I stopped streaming, I stopped watching streams because of that. I missed streaming. And it's hard to watch other people do something that you wish you were doing. It's kind of what's happened with my acting thing. I go to theater shows and I watch shows, and as I'm watching it, I'll get emotional while watching the show, and I'm not emotional because of the show. I'm emotional because I remember what it felt like being on that stage and having the lights on me and hearing the applause or the laughter or having the music behind me as I'm singing. And I miss that stuff, and it makes me emotional. So I have a hard time going to theater shows when I'm not actively acting. I'm hoping to kind of get back into acting now. You know, now that I've got hair, I feel a lot more comfortable getting in front of people. It was really hard when I was losing my hair to be on stage in front of a bunch of people. And now that I feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin, I want to get back on stage. But yeah, it's the same with streaming. I miss it. I missed streaming, so watching other people do it really sucked for me. I haven't seen the Stones Out of Sand yet, Steffi. I haven't seen that. GSR, nice to see you. Or I've seen where, like, somebody's trying to build a house of cards, but every time somebody gifts a certain gift, they'll have to take it apart. And then they pretend to be really upset that they have to take apart the house of cards. I've seen those ones. Those are the ones that I've seen. Oh, Tiffy, hey. How are you? I'm doing really well. It's obviously very early in the day, so I'm assuming you're not at work, but I hope you are having a very good day. Thank you, Merle. I'm hoping to be able to do something. I auditioned for a show a little bit over a month ago now, and it was actually almost a month ago. Not a little bit over a month ago. Almost a month ago. And I didn't get it because the girl they chose was way too young, and it wouldn't have worked. But I am thinking of auditioning for another show. I don't know when the audition date is. They don't have anything on their website yet. But one of my friends let me know. She is going to be working on costumes on that show, and she asked me to audition because I don't actually even know the show itself, but apparently the show it revolves around a lot of characters that are people of color, and this area that the theater is in, the community that the theater is in, doesn't have a lot of people of color, and so there's like 4 actors I know of. Like, there's one guy who his dad is I want to say Cuban, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, but he's much darker skinned than I am. And then there's one girl who I have no idea, but she is also very dark skinned. So even if she's nothing specific, she plays ethnic characters for that reason. In one of the shows that I did, she played a Puerto Rican, but she's not Puerto Rican. I know that for sure. And then there's another girl who's African American, and then there's me. And so and I'm pretty light skinned, but that's pretty much it. And then everybody else is just generic white, I guess. So this girl asked me to audition because she's like, there's a whole bunch of characters and we have no actors to go out for it. And so I'm considering. I wasn't planning on it. I really wasn't going to audition at this theater because the big thing is, my ex girlfriend, somebody who like I was living with, we were planning to get married and everything. Her and I, met through this theater, and her mom is one of the people that does makeup at this theater. Now, from the roster that I've seen, apparently she's not involved anymore. But she used to be on the board. She was the makeup person, and so this lady is very, very gossipy. This lady is very like she's just full of drama. She's a messy woman, and so I didn't want to audition because, it was the self-esteem thing, like walking in knowing that I had gained a bunch of weight since her daughter and I lived together. I had lost all my hair. It's very hard to kind of walk into that room knowing this gossip is going to go and run to her daughter and tell her how horrible I look. And even though I don't care what they think about me, it's just that when you see your ex and then you're like, oh, they're doing so much better than me. It can kind of make you feel bad. Or when you see your ex and they're like, haha, they really let themselves go. It can kind of just give you that bit of an ego boost. I know it's very shallow and very horrible human of me, but that's kind of what a lot of people feel. And I didn't like that I was going to feel like they were going to be laughing at how bad I looked. But now that I have hair, I feel a lot better about how I look. And so it's like I'm okay with auditioning now because I don't feel bad about it. I'm not embarrassed that I'm wearing a hair system. It's just I know I feel a lot better about how I look. So I definitely am considering auditioning. And now that I've looked at the roster and it seems like this woman isn't involved anymore, I'm even more comfortable auditioning for them. I just don't even know what the show is. So I have to contact this girl. I just want to wait till the holidays and everything are kind of in the rear view mirror and life is back to a regular groove. So I can contact this girl and kind of ask her what kind of timeline I'm looking at. Because Nora has lately been really into musicals. And so I want to do a few musicals so she can kind of see me on stage and maybe she'll want to audition when she's a little bit older. We're considering maybe putting her at like a theater camp in the summer. And so like I'd like to audition so she can see me on stage and do some stuff because she saw me in Matilda, but she was like 5 years old, 6 years old, roughly. So just slightly too young to really comprehend what was happening. Now she's older and she's watching the Matilda musical, so now she gets what's happening. So I want her to see me on stage. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. Random Kid Official, nice to see you. Yes, it has been a while, Random Kid. I actually stopped streaming for about a year and a couple of months. I've been back for about a month now, but no, I am back at streaming, but I was gone for a while. Merle, have yourself a great day. Really appreciate you taking some time to be here. Thank you for leaving the tab up, Tiffy. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you for leaving the tab up. I appreciate that. And we went, thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but it's still hard, right? Like, and it wasn't like I was uncomfortable being bald. I was fine with it. I had a shaved head, and I wore hats on the channel only because it kind of became the thing. Like when I didn't wear hats, people always commented on me not wearing a hat. And so it kind of just became the way that I looked on stream. And so my videos kind of just reflected that. But I did many videos without a hat on, and I'm comfortable being bald. The big thing was, and even now I notice it, when I get up in the morning and I'm bald, I could literally just get dressed and that's it, which is great for convenience, but it sucked for like the difference between having like a lazy day and ready to go out, or like looking like I just woke up and looking like I'm ready for the day. There was no differentiation. And so when I look at myself in the mirror, I just look tired all the time. I couldn't make myself look nice. Like I could dress nicely, but it wasn't really different than wearing a t-shirt for gaming and being lazy. Whereas now that I have hair, I can do my hair. So when I wake up in the morning, I go in front of the mirror and my hair is all flat and it's not done up. And then by the time I'm done my shower, even though I'm still in a house robe, my hair is all done up and now I look like I'm fresh and ready for the day. And so like that little difference just makes you feel more energized. When I look in the mirror, I can feel like I look nice. And if I'm having a bad hair day, which I've had a couple in the last like week, I can have that bad day and still have a good day the next day. Whereas like when I had no hair, it's like that's just who I am. And that kind of sucked. Even something really small. I wear glasses. I lost them now, but I wear glasses and sometimes I'll put them on the top of my head. And when I take them off, I'd get 2 indents in the skin where the nose rest was. And then that would be there for a couple of hours and there was nothing I could do to take it off. And that really sucked. Or I'd wear my hat for streams and the rubber band on the inside eventually stretches to the point where like it wrinkles, and I would wear it and I would take the hat off and I'd have the wrinkles on my forehead and they'd be there for 3 or 4 hours. So after I took the hat off, I couldn't go out for a few hours unless I wanted to walk around with these indents in my head, or I'd have to just wear the hat the rest of the day. And that really sucked. So it's like those little things just make you feel better. And then plus when I look at myself in the mirror, I look like me. Whereas before it's like I didn't look like me, and that kind of sucked, right? Thunder Dyke. Yes, I am planning to actually, I think I'm going to try to take these big guys out and then go back and get Solier and then come and do the boss. That's kind of the plan. Saud, thank you so much. I'm actually using TikTok's live studio app to stream, but I also have a lot of fancy equipment. I have a few videos on YouTube. I have a few videos on TikTok. Actually, I think I have a playlist on TikTok of like streaming tips, and I talk about lighting. But the big thing is I've got studio lighting and I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast software to get the background blurrier than what it is. The lens I'm using isn't very good for background blur, but I'm using the NVIDIA broadcasting software and I've got lighting. I've actually only got 2 lights on me, one behind me and one in front of me. And then I've got background lights to light the shelves up and stuff. But that's what makes it look good. It's not that the quality is really that much higher. It's that I've spent a lot of time trying to make it look decent. But thank you. I appreciate that. Ilsen, thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I don't think that I look younger. I think I look more refreshed. I think I look more refreshed, and I guess I could say neater would be the word I would use. I look neater with the hair, which in turn does have the effect of making me look younger. But I do still think that I look my age. It's just I look more refreshed, which is a good thing. Crap, are they both coming up? They're both coming up, which I think helps. My whole thing, it wasn't even about looking younger. I just wanted to be able to look good, if that makes sense. But I like it. I'm happy with it. Random Kid Official. You didn't notice, but I do. I have hair. And I didn't, if that makes sense. Is this a cheap way to kill them? Yes, it is. Am I embarrassed by it? No, I'm not. But yeah, anybody who likes the way my content looks quality-wise, it's 100% to do with lighting and with the way that I have my camera tuned in. Oh, he healed himself. What a jerk. All right, well, I think I can go back. Oh, no, I can't. I'm not human. And if I sit down, they'll all be brought back anyway. I screwed up with that. I screwed up with that. Dang it. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Oh no. Eddie needs sleep. Not good. Not good. It ain't a cheat if it's in the game. Okay. Dang it. That's really disheartening that this just happened. You know what? I guess we'll just up the katana. I don't know what happened to the painted sword. Painting sword. Is it because does it only go up to 5? Is that what the problem is? That it only goes to +5? But yeah, we win. I'm glad I did it. I'm definitely like very, very delicate with it. And that's something that's hard to get used to, that I have to be so careful with it all the time. But I'm glad that I did it. And I'm definitely looking forward to the next one, because this one broke. I ripped this one. So I have to get a replacement. But I've put it on now. It should last about 3 to 4 weeks on my head. And this is only week 1 since I put it on. And so I have to wait a few more weeks, but I have to contact them next week and ask them to send me another one because this one's ripped. And they're going to send me a thinner one with a little bit less hair, only because this is a little bit too thick. The stylist that I went with, he was awesome and he thinned it out a whole bunch, but they need to give me a little bit of a thinner one, only because this is how thick my hair was before I started losing it. But I was also 22 when I had a full head of hair. And so I'm not 22 anymore. And so no guy my age has this thick of hair. So I want to go a little bit thinner so it's a little bit more natural looking. I've also had a chance to grow in the sides a little bit more, and in a couple of weeks it'll grow in even further, and then it'll blend better. So when I have the thinner headset, it'll be even more authentic. So hopefully in about 3-4 weeks I'll have an even nicer headset. Although if it's not as thick, my hair may not look as nice as it does right now, which is okay. Not yet, DJ. That's what I'm in the process of. I made a stupid mistake. My idea was to come all the way out here, kill all the guys, and then become human and summon Solier, because I didn't want to get invaded while doing all this. But then I forgot I have to sit down to become human, which then just resets everybody. So I just wasted my time. Arnleg, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you being here. Have yourself a good day. Oh, okay, so you're KG. Okay. Nice. I know we win. I'm not 22. I'm just trying to catfish everybody. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... That really sucks that I can't modify the painted sword. Okay. I don't understand why. I guess it can only go to +5. I guess that's as far as it goes. So we'll go here. Just up this some more, I guess. What do I need? A large titanite. Does he sell large? He does. Haha. It's fairly expensive. Oh, that's going to eat up all my souls. How many did I need? I need 2 more. All right, let's see if that helps. All right, since we made it here already, and I've wasted most of my souls in the process, let's try to take out Ornstein and whatever the other guy's name is. Get my butt kicked, and then we'll go back and try, and we'll try to get Solier next time. I can't believe I didn't think of this through. Oh well, that's okay. All right, here we go. Anybody who's watching... Oh, I meant to put that up and I didn't. Hold on. This was meant to be here. But because I am so organized, I forgot to. Image. There it is. That, it's going to be... Oh, it's not huge. Perfect. Okay. So now people can see what I'm doing, because I have a lot of people that'll pop in. Right now it's still slow. We've been live for what, an hour? Usually like at 1 hour and 45 minutes, people pop in. And they're always like, what game is this? What are you doing? So it's like, okay, now it's there. Now they can see what it is and hopefully figure out kind of what I'm doing. For those on Twitch and YouTube, when people pop in on TikTok, you don't always see what the game is or anything, and if you've never seen the game, you have no idea. So I have a lot of people that'll pop in and ask me what game I'm playing, and it's hard to deal with having to tell them over and over again what game I'm doing. And so I've just put up a logo on screen on TikTok just saying what game it is and what I'm doing, that I'm doing the one stat challenge. But yeah, anybody who doesn't know what the one stat challenge is, I am literally only leveling up dexterity and nothing else. And it makes for a big challenge because, as you can see, I roll very, very, very slowly. And that makes it much harder to dodge people. It also makes it very easy for me to get staggered and for me to only be able to do 1 or 2 attacks before I run out of energy. Holy crap. Whoa. Why can't you hurt your friends, huh? Like, that's a big hammer. That dude should have taken a hit from it. I am dead. There it is. There it is. Oh, man. Oh, you got me on the TV? I'm on the big screen. I'm on the big screen. What game is this? Oh, man. You wish you enjoyed Souls games? They're hard. They're very hard. They're not for everybody. 100% they're not for everybody. If you can go in expecting to struggle and fight for that feeling of accomplishment, they're absolutely worth it. If you need a story to push you forward, if you need a story to tell you what to do next and why you are doing what you are doing, you'll never like these games. They're just impossible to like because all of the story is hidden within the items. But if you want to play a game where your physical skills in real life are what really determines if you're going to be able to do anything with this game to move forward, yeah, Dark Souls is definitely a good game for that because it's seriously all about how quickly you react and how you're able to read what the characters are going to do when they're attacking you. But getting past those initial first areas in the games are usually it's learning, what is it? Trial by fire. It's trial by fire, and that's not for everybody, for sure. And they're definitely unforgiving. And that's kind of the whole thing is you have to get past that initial unforgiving nature of the games and learn what way you can easily manipulate the characters to die easier. And then when you grind for a bit and all of a sudden you start realizing you're really powerful, it can make it a little bit more fair, but it's not for everybody. 100% it's not for everybody. Oh, Vicky's playing on his Xbox? Lawless, I hope to. I have done them for all of them. I've done Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 before, but I did them all in co-op. I also did Bloodborne, and I did that in co-op. So the plan will be to play all of them this way. I'll probably pick different stats as... Oh, really? Really? I got invaded and I didn't even get started. Whoa. And so it's kind of what I would like to do. I can't promise that it's gonna work, but it's the goal. I will say that when I buy Elden Ring, I am going to be playing Elden Ring immediately. You jerk! Yours is Bloodborne. My favorite is Dark Souls 2. Bloodborne is very, very good. I love Bloodborne. It's great. But Bloodborne is... Dark Souls 2 is my favorite out of all of them. I got invaded. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Sekiro, I was looking at that one today, actually. I was really tempted to buy it, but I was like, no, I want Elden Ring, so I'm going to hold off. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I don't own it. I don't own Elden Ring. I can't afford it. DS2 is a good decision. A lot of people hate DS2. I find that it's the most community splitting game. You know, everybody pretty much agrees on all the other games, but they fight a lot about whether Dark Souls 2 is a very good game or a very, very bad game. I don't know enough about the mechanics to really feel the difference. I'm like, I think it's a fun game. I like it. It's the first one I ever played, and I've played it so many times. I love it. I love the areas in it. I love the boss fights in it. I like that game a lot. But yeah, I played with my brother. The only downside with playing co-op with my brother is obviously we get one shot at the boss. Once one of us beats the boss, the other one doesn't. So with Bloodborne, we got to the end and we didn't have any more of the insight to be able to summon each other, which really sucked. Without the insight, we couldn't summon each other at the very last boss fight. And so it was down to us just playing solo. And the drawback was that obviously with one stat, playing solo is quite a challenge. I couldn't beat the final boss playing solo. My brother did beat the final boss playing solo. And then we kind of left it there. No, get out of here. Get out of here. And so we didn't play after that. Because once he beat it, he couldn't help me, and I couldn't get past it. For Dark Souls 2, I want to say I beat the final boss with his help, and Dark Souls 3, we ran out of embers, so we couldn't beat that one. And Dark Souls 1, he beat the final boss with my help. So that's kind of where we called it. Yeah, Dark Souls 3, I think we were at the end of the game with Dark Souls 3 and we ran out of embers. I want to say that's what it was. I can't remember. It's been a couple years now. I need to summon, what's his name? Yes, Julian, it's Dark Souls 1. It's Dark Souls 1. Damn it. Damn it. That really sucks. That really sucks. Oh, man. Lawless, I appreciate that you've been following me on TikTok. I only started streaming about a month ago. Hadn't been streaming for a while. Didn't really give any notice that I was going live to people. I just kind of went live. And I have been streaming on TikTok every Wednesday and Friday. And then I stream on Twitch and YouTube every Thursday. But Twitch and YouTube is much later. Like right now, it is 3:30 p.m. for me. On Twitch and YouTube on Thursdays, I'm usually live at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So it's much, much later. And the people that are on my side of the planet are usually in bed because it's a Thursday. They still have to work on Fridays or go to school. And the people that are on the other side of the ocean are waking up and going on with their day. So they're on their way to work. And so they can't watch either. So I've kind of hit a weird spot on Thursdays that a lot of people can't really watch. And so I decided that now I'm going to start streaming on all three platforms, all three times. That way everybody kind of has a chance, because on what was Wednesday and Friday, I'm streaming a lot earlier. It gives people kind of a better chance to watch me. But Wednesdays doesn't really work for me, so I'm trying Tuesdays now to kind of see how it goes with doing Tuesdays and seeing if that'll give people a chance to... Did I take it already? No, I didn't. Giving people kind of a chance to watch. So that may be why you missed me. But yeah, we've been going live for about a month. I don't know how, DJ. I don't know how to do it. Ripperoni indeed. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is by far my favorite. I think Dark Souls 2 is phenomenal. But yeah, somebody else talked about it. I just don't know how to do the, like here, but I don't know how. Like, do I just... Yeah, I don't know how. Especially with no summon. I'm not good enough for no summon. Yeah, I don't know how to jump over it. I tried, but I don't know how to do it. I'm assuming there's a very specific way to do it, and I don't know how. Yeah, lawless, and it's kind of always how that's how it is on all streams, right? You kind of you fit the time span for one group, and the other group isn't going to be able to see it. You try to cater to the other group, and the first group can't see it. When I first started streaming, I was streaming it around this time, all the time, and so I had a lot of people from Europe watching. Actually, most of my viewers were German when I first started, and that was mostly due to a German streamer raiding me. And all of his viewers came over. That's how I met Nikki, actually. And all their viewers came over, and a lot of them stuck around because they thought it was hilarious to send me German words and ask me to read German words live on stream. And they thought it was amazing how badly I said the words. And so that's kind of where it was for a while. Then I had to stop streaming because I lost my job. I was working as a subcontractor. The company was shutting down the department that I would come in and take care of at night. I would do maintenance at night in that department, and they were closing the department down completely. So they didn't need me anymore. And since I lost my job, I had to give up my apartment, and I had to give up streaming. And then I went back to streaming, and I started streaming in the evenings because I went back to school. And so I had my evenings free. And so I started streaming at what would be a more reasonable time for people on my side of the planet. So that's how I made American and Canadian viewers. So then I had European and American viewers, and then it kind of just stayed like that. I was streaming in the morning some days and evenings other days to kind of suit everybody. And now I'm at a point where I work overnights, so I don't wake up early. I wake up in the afternoon to take care of my daughter, and, you know, I have to be with her in the afternoon after school, and so I don't have a chance to stream in the evening. Plus, I don't really want to go straight from streaming to work. Even though I'm sitting here for streaming, it's very hard to be on all the time. You get tired. And so I don't want to do this and then have to go to work for a whole bunch of hours at night. And so I cut off streaming in the evening because of that. So now I stream earlier in the day a couple of times a week, right before I pick up my daughter. And then on Thursdays, I stream really late because I am picking her up from I'm dropping her mom off at work, and then I have to wait for her because I got to pick her up at night. And so I drop her off at around 10 o'clock at night, and then I wait till about 3 in the morning to pick her up. And so, or 2 in the morning, sometimes 1. It kind of depends on how the night went. And so that makes me, I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs, and my daughter's asleep, her mom's at work, I'm doing nothing. I might as well go live. So I go live that late. But again, all the people that used to watch me now can't really watch me because they're both 2 times that don't really work for anybody. It's a hard angle. You got to do it a specific way. Yeah. I'm not good at like skips and glitches and stuff. The only time I ever got even decent at skips and glitches was when... Oh, I forgot to get human. Damn it. Let's go back. The only time I ever got good at any kind of skips and glitches was when I was doing... I can't see it.
Buy Elden Ring.
We win. We win. TikTok, you couldn't see that. We win just paid for me to buy Elden Ring. We win. Hashtag we win 100%. We win just sent... She sent a donation to buy Elden Ring. Merle's back on your way to work. We win, thank you so much. Hashtag we win 100%. Thank you, we win. I will buy it. I will definitely buy it. We win, thank you so much. You really didn't have to. Thank you, we win. Thank you very much. I'm speechless. Oh, that was really nice of you, we win. Seriously. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm definitely going to buy it as soon as I'm done streaming. I'm going to buy it. I might have to put this on the back burner, this one stat challenge, not today. I might have to put this on the back burner and download that game. And then when I'm live again on Friday, I might have to start on Elden Ring. Do a blind playthrough of Elden Ring. That might have to be what we do. Please don't cry. I don't cry very easily. One of the things about my my disability, I guess, I don't know. I have a very hard time getting emotional, showing emotions. I can feel very emotional, and I'll cry at really random stuff, like really stupid random stuff. I'll cry at, but even then, I don't like cry. Like my eyes get watery, and that's about as far as it goes. I'll cry at like really emotional stuff, like when my grandmother died. Of course, I cried. I cried like a baby because she was like a mom to me. But at, like things that normal people would cry at, less emotional things that people would cry at, I can't cry at them. That was one of the things I struggled with in acting school, is the teacher would really push for me to cry, and I couldn't get myself to cry no matter what I did. Hold on, how the hell do I get out of here? There it is. So I'm not very good at that, but thank you, Wewin. I'm just very flattered. Yeah, there we go. Merle, I have emotes on Twitch, and one of them is me crying. Not actually crying, but, you know, cartoony crying. Merle's using it. That's me crying. You tried playing a few days ago. You could not do it. Sunshine, it's not for everybody. I've said this a few times today. It's not for everybody, and sometimes the initial area is just so difficult, and if you are not used to Soulsborne games, it can seem very unfair because you can just get destroyed in 2 hits, right? But that's kind of what the game does, is it shows you right away what it is. Duty Dude 535, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Well, there you are. The initial fight is very, very hard, but it's kind of doing that to give you the feeling of what you're going to be experiencing the rest of the game early on, so you're not, so you don't feel that all of a sudden it got hard. There's a lot of games out there that the initial, you know, the tutorial section is so easy, and then you get into the real game and you're just like, you spent 2 hours doing the tutorial, and now you're into the gameplay and it's way too hard, and you're really upset about it. Dark Souls is kind of like, no, within the first 10 minutes, you're going to notice how hard this game is. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you can get past that initial shock of how hard it is, it can get very, very rewarding. It can feel really, really good. But what just happened now? I've gotten invaded twice and been destroyed twice. And that can be very disheartening. That's the part that I struggle with a lot. All the nights are fake. Yes. Okay. Gotta do all the fighting again. I really need to try Kingdom Come, Merle. I really do. I really do. Hold on, Pretzel. I see that you sent a message. I want to read it. I just don't want to get my butt kicked while trying to get past all these guys. Okay. Reminds me of my dad. He'll throw out temper tantrums for extremely minimal things and not being able to find something he's looking for. See, I have a short fuse, but I have a very... How do I explain it? Yeah, see, I really don't know how to do this jump. Like around the house, if I get upset around the house, I'm more of the type of person that gets mad and I get very quiet and I don't say much. I'll lecture and I'll be like, you know, like when my daughter or something, I'll be like, you know, we talked about this. You know, you're not supposed to be doing that, right? So I'll be that kind of mad. I'm not the kind that really yells and screams. I grew up with a dad like that. Not something that I'm really a big fan of. So I don't really do that kind of temper tantrum, but I get irritated very, very easily. And so it can be pretty frustrating sometimes when I get very irritated and I'm not able to communicate why I'm irritated. I shut down, if that makes sense. So that can be very hard to deal with sometimes. But yeah, I'm talking more, Pretzel, about like the crying when my daughter was born. Didn't cry. Her mom's family had a bet, a running bet of like when I would start to cry. Some of them thought I would start to cry when she went into labor. Some of them thought I would start to cry when her head popped out. Some of them thought I would start to cry when I would hold her for the first time, or when I would hear her first cry. And I didn't cry at all. Like, I didn't even get emotional at all. It was very much like, oh, cool, what does that do? And why are you doing that? Like, it was just a cool science thing to me. You know, and like in theater school, the biggest thing that I struggled with was like the sadder emotions in theater school. I could deal with like, you know, joy and anger and all that, like acting those out. That wasn't hard for me to do. But when it came to sadness, I struggled. And one of the exercises I had to do was sit in a room. We had to do a very, very sad scene where it was like my heart was broken. That was kind of what the scene was. And the heartbreak was that I'm so in love with this person and she'll never know how much I love her. And that was it. And I was supposed to be very depressed about it. And I tried it and I couldn't get it. It was very fake. It was very not good. And my acting coach, the professor we had, she had me in the room alone with the girl who was the scene partner and couldn't get it to work. And then she pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. It took almost an hour of her pushing me for me to finally break down and start crying. And like, she wasn't pushing me in like a bullying sense. It was more like she wanted me to scream. She's like, scream out loud. And I'd be like, ah. She's like, no, like scream, get angry, scream. What frustrates you in life and that kind of stuff. And eventually I got there. But I can't really do that on stage before an emotional scene. And I still can't connect with that. So like in real life, I can't let those emotions out. I struggle a lot with that. So by the time I get to the point where I am crying, you know that I'm in a pretty bad place if I'm crying. So it's very much a struggle that I have. You know what I mean? Here we go. Can I get past these guys without getting hit? Can I get past them without getting hit? Yes. I haven't played Sekiro before. I'm not very good at parrying. I'm definitely not good at parrying. Sideshow audio? I don't know what you mean, Bumper. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, whoa! I definitely have my dad's temper. It's just I don't explode like my dad does. My dad explodes. Somebody will put me in a bad mood, and I'll be in a bad mood all day for everything. Like I do have that. My dad was like that too, where like if somebody at work was, you know, rude to him or whatever, he'd be mad, and he'd be mad at us. The thing is, my dad would be mad at us, and he would yell at us and scream at us. And so my dad never hit us or anything. That was more my mom. My dad was very much like scream and yell all the time, and so it was really hard to be walking on eggshells all day long. I'm more of the I get angry and I get really quiet. And so that's the kind of emotions that I show. Okay. Ouch! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! Run! Okay. Solier's gonna die, and then I'm not gonna be able to beat these guys. I tried to roll. So this is the problem with the one stat challenge. I have such little stamina that no! Get up! I have such little stamina that I cannot block or dodge if I hit more than twice. After more than twice, I cannot block or dodge. And because I'm only leveling up dexterity, so anybody who's just watching, I'm only leveling up dexterity, nothing else. The other thing is I have no poise. And because I have no poise, I get knocked back very, very easily and staggered very easily so that I can get stagger locked, where I get knocked, and even though it didn't knock me off my feet, my character is now slowly reacting to getting back into fighting, and in that time they can attack me a second time, and then I'm kind of just stagger locked and I get killed. Because my health is so low, it literally only takes about 3 hits for me to die. So the stagger lock doesn't have to last very long. It's just enough to kill me. So very, very, very hard. Nice, S. I really liked both of the games. I really liked both of the games. Spider-Man is a very, very good game. I'm interested in Spider-Man 2. I'm hoping it's going to be good too. It's been a long time, so I'm going to guess it's going to be very, very good. It's a great game. Okay. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Rip indeed. We win. Rip indeed. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. I wish I could see another summon here, that I could summon another person to help. I have 2 of them. Okay, let's go. Oh man, I'm so excited for Elden Ring. So excited. It's gonna be awesome. I think so too, Ewan. I've heard only good things, and even people who don't really play Dark Souls games have said that it's amazing. So if non-Souls players are praising how great that game is, that's a pretty big deal. Like, Dark Souls is popular in general, but it's still not a game for everybody. And it's still... You still have to kind of be part of that community to really appreciate the Soulsborne games. But I find that Elden Ring has been appreciated by non-Soulsborne players quite a bit. A lot more than I thought it would be. So it has to be phenomenal if outsiders are enjoying it. So I'm really excited to try it. Like, really, really stoked. Probably isn't the worst stat. No, it's definitely not. It's one of the better stats. I think strength is probably the... maybe intelligence and faith. Actually, no. I think strength might be the one that's the best one to one stat, because with strength you can do quite a bit of damage. Dexterity, you can still do quite a bit of damage, but because the strength is low, you're very, very limited on what you can do. So it does add some challenge. I think that faith and intelligence are probably the next ones on the list as far as difficulty is concerned. And I'm gonna say the most difficult is probably gonna be doing HP or stamina, because then your attacks don't really get much stronger. And health and stamina, yeah, you can attack a lot or you can take a lot of hits, but if you're not able to carry anything but your base weapon, you're pretty much stuck. So I don't know. My favorite one stat has been strength. It's been strength, but it's the easiest one. That's why. Oh man. Oh, pretzel. Now that you ask, Dex is the easiest, Dr. Strangelove? Sorry, there's just a delay between chatting, and so like I say a whole bunch of stuff, and then by the time I look, somebody's answering at something I said earlier on, and with the delay, it just makes it that much worse. Now that you brought up a Karen, pretzel, I actually met a wild Karen at a Costco, which is like the environment that natural Karens just flourish in. I was lining up at... Oh, crap. I was lining up at the Costco, getting ready to go out. And the line... I was in an aisle, and the line end was right at the aisle that I was in. So I walked up and went right into the aisle, but I turned what would have been to the back of the line, and there was an older guy in one of those little electric scooters heading towards the line. So I had cut him off. I took his spot. And so I was like, sorry, were you lining up? He's like, yeah, but it's fine. I'm like, you've got 2 items. It's fine. Go ahead of me. And I let him in. Well, a wild Karen was right behind him, and she squished her cart right up against his buggy. Her buggy right up against his little electric scooter thing. And so I stood there just kind of, oh, this guy's trying to be smart. Damn it, my humanity's gonna be gone. Damn it. I don't even know what that was. Isadora, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody. Hello, welcome, everybody. I really appreciate the raid. I hope you're doing well. Lil Gamer Check, thank you so much for the follow, and thank you for coming in on that raid. I appreciate that. Oh, I know, Isadora. I had a really hard time. I went live and didn't realize that Twitch wasn't working. Critical Donut, thank you so much for the follow. If you hear all those alerts, everybody on TikTok, that's from Twitch. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm restreaming, so I'm on Twitch and YouTube, and on TikTok, actually. I'm on Twitch and YouTube, and so I went live on Restream, and then I went to go to Twitch because I forgot to change the name of the game that I was playing, and then I couldn't get in. It said I was logged in, but when I would try to do things, it said it wasn't allowed, so then I logged off, and I tried to log back in, and then it wasn't letting me log in, and then Twitch was just blank. Then I finally got it on, so I think it's better now, but I don't know. I have no idea. You're having a lot of buffering? Yeah, it seems like the servers are in a big problem right now. I don't know why. But everybody who's come in on that raid, hello, I'm Luis. This is my channel, Retro for the First Time. I am live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. I stream a variety of stuff. Right now, I'm kind of concentrating on Dark Souls, and soon it's going to be Elden Ring, actually. I'm kind of putting Dark Souls on the back seat, and I'm going to be concentrating on Elden Ring. But Elden Ring and Resident Evil 2 is what I'm playing. I stream 3 times a week. I'm streaming on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. That's what it is. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday is when I'm streaming. Tuesday and Friday, it's around this time. Thursdays, for everybody who's in Europe, it's going to be like early in the morning for you. Anybody on my side of the planet, in like the Americas, it's going to be closer to like the middle of the night. And yeah, I do a variety of stuff. I'm also on TikTok. That's kind of my biggest platform. I'm live on TikTok right now, actually. And I play a variety of stuff. On TikTok, I make a variety of content, mostly based around gaming, where I talk about, you know, fun facts or like anti-piracy or stuff that's going on in the news in video games, or I make funny sketch comedies. And that's kind of who I am. Yeah, around 5 or 6 in the morning. It's really, really early in the morning, depending on where you kind of are. But yes, Isadora, I really appreciate the raid. I'm really sorry that you're buffering so much. But yes, go and do your thing. Go rest. I know streaming can be very exhausting. Anybody who's just joining, I was just telling everybody a wild Karen story. So to recap, I was at Costco getting ready to line up. I accidentally cut off this old man to the lineup, and I told him he could go in front so he could get in line. And this Karen, and stereotypical Karen, hey, nice. A woman in her like 50s, mid 50s, with the short friggin' lopsided bang haircut, and she puts her buggy right up against the back of his electric scooter. And I'm kind of standing there because I moved out of the way for him to move forward, and I'm kind of standing there, and I look to Alana and I go, I guess by me letting him in front means that everybody gets to go in front. And she's not looking at me, this Karen. She's looking down, avoiding eye contact, like very obvious, like what kids do, and they're like, the teacher says I'm gonna pick somebody, and they go, don't look at me, don't look at me. She's doing that. And then I'm like, whatever, I guess being rude is fine when you're middle-aged. And she looks at me and she goes, well, actually, I was behind him. And I went, yup. And I let him in front of me. She goes, yeah, and I was behind him. It's like, yup. And I let him in front of me. And then, and she's like, well, if I'm behind him, I was like, yeah, I didn't let everybody in front of me. I let him in front of me. And then she goes, fine, if you want the spot, you can take it. I'm like, I'm not asking you for the spot. I'm telling you, I'm taking this spot. And then she's like, well, you don't have to get all angry. I'm like, no. I'm like, you don't get to control everything just because you want to be in front of me, because I let him in front. I told him he can go in front. I didn't say anything to you. I'm like, and I'm not asking you to go in front of you. I'm telling you I'm going in front of you. Like, so you can go ahead and take your Karen energy and get out of here. And she just kind of stood there and stared at me and didn't say a word. I was really, really thinking she was going to go to management and complain about me. But it's like, lady, I let him in front because he is a disabled elderly man. You are a full, healthy woman in her mid-50s, but I let him in front. That doesn't mean I can let you in front. And had she have said, oh, sorry, I thought you were leaving the line, then I would have been like, you know what? No, don't worry about it. Go in front. But the fact that she did like the avoid the eye contact and then tried to use the excuse of I was behind him. Screw you, lady. Screw you. That totally enraged me because that arrogance and that entitlement. But that was my Karen story. I was so livid. I was going to make a video on it and I was like, nah, it's not worth making the video. I'm already upset about it. It's not worth egging myself on being more upset about it. So I just kind of left it. But I was just like, you rude woman. Had you have been polite about it, had she have been, you know, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. I'm like, go ahead, whatever. It's not a big deal. But just that she was entitled, I was like, I'm going to put her down a peg because letting her in front of me was going to, what, add 10 seconds to my lineup. But just the fact that she was entitled, I was like, no way. I am not letting this one go. I am not letting this one slip by. Karens always think they can do whatever they want and talk down to somebody who's younger than them. I don't think so, lady. I don't think so. Simple, hello, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's try again. I'm so disappointed that that person came in. I don't even know what happened, how they hit me when they weren't... I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened. Although, now that I told this story, I've probably run down the timer on being invaded. So we might get invaded right away again. It has been, Isadora. I haven't been streaming. It's been over a year since I had been streaming. And I kind of stopped. And then I started streaming, and it was at times that nobody that I became friends with streamed. So nobody could ever raid me because none of them were streaming when I was live. By the time I ended, everybody was gone. And by the time they ended, I had just started my stream, and they had other people that they were going to raid. So it just never really worked out. But now I'm kind of streaming on all three platforms at the same time. And I think this hour works better for Twitch and YouTube for me. But this hour is nicer for TikTok because I can kind of be quick and go. Because TikTok, with TikTok, I have alerts, but I can't do like the jump scares and stuff. I haven't figured out a way to do it. And during the day, I can't really play a horror game. It doesn't really... It's not fun for me. And so I play horror games at night, but because I can't do the jump scares, I can't do it on TikTok to do horror night. So I do that on Twitch and YouTube. And then I take the daytime to do TikTok. But now that I figured out how to do all three, at least I can live stream all three all the time. So then that makes it a little bit better. Hopefully the timing is a little bit better for people to watch too. It's kind of... It's hard to calculate what to do with streaming. You never know what works and what doesn't, but it's always nice to have streamers that I know be able to like pop in or to raid or whatever. Oh yes, there are some Karen stories that are insane. There are some Karen stories that are absolutely insane. You know, it is what it is, right? Like it's... Karen stories are still Karen stories, but yeah, no, there are some that are absolutely insane. Canada tends to be a bit more tame when it comes to Karen stories. It's not as bad. And I think what helps here is that my city has a fairly large East Indian population. So I think that helps Karens kind of be a little bit tamer. My significant other is also white, so that helps. You know, when they see that she is with me, it just tends to kind of curb the racism a little bit more. And the Karen knew she was wrong. The Karen knew she was absolutely wrong. Because I didn't just lose it on her. I was very upfront at what the problem was. And I think she was intimidated because she was by herself, but there was a huge crowd of people around her. So it's not like she was out in public where she could claim that I had done or said something that I hadn't done or had said. Because it's the middle of Costco and there's a huge lineup. So I think that's what saved me from it getting worse. But also being in Canada, it's a little bit tamer in general. What is Bachelor, Isadora? I haven't heard of that. What am I trying to do right now? Take on stupid Ornstein and Smaug or whatever their names are. But I'm getting my butt kicked. And so I'm trying to summon... What's his name? Solier. but I keep getting invaded. I finally got to the boss fight once, but he got knocked down by these giants a couple of times. And so by the time he went in, his health was a little bit low, and then he just got destroyed. Both the bosses aggroed on him, and then he got destroyed. And then I almost took out the big guy. I don't know which one's which. I almost took out the big guy, but then I got killed. I got staggered and killed. Ooh, you're studying biology. Oh, a bachelor degree. Okay. When you said I started a bachelor, I thought you meant like I thought you were saying that was like a new app. I was like, what the heck is Bachelor? I haven't heard of that app. Okay, that's cool. That could be time consuming. It's kind of hard to stream and do that at the same time. You can make it happen. Remember that you don't always have to stream super long, right? Like longer streams can be helpful, but you can literally stream for an hour and that's fine. That's kind of what I do normally is I stream about 2 hours on TikTok and that's it. Hour and a half a lot of the times on TikTok and that's usually it. So I would say try it. It's also a nice way to unwind, kind of turn your brain off from school. If you can handle the balancing act, go for it. It's kind of hard walking away from streaming for sure. It's really rough not being in this world, if that makes sense. Ah, I didn't mean to jump. Go. Getting a bachelor's is cool though. But yeah, simple. That's what I'm doing, and I'm doing a 1 stat challenge, so only dexterity. Except I am getting my butt just handed to me. Solier, where are you? Okay, Solier, come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I missed all 3. Ouch. Oh god. Oh god. I think what I need to do is get rid of my armor so I can dodge a little bit faster. But doing that is going to be pretty scary. Okay, that's better. That's better. Don't kill Solier. I need him. Yes! Okay! Okay, we got it. This is it. This is it. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't it. I don't know. I don't remember this fight. I don't remember this fight! Alright, Isadora, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. I hope school is going smoothly and that you're enjoying, you know, what you're learning. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope you can juggle streaming, too. Have yourself a good night. Okay, come on. Come on. We can make this happen. We can make this happen. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Concentrate. I don't see him. Ah, the camera angle was off. Come on. Oh, right into it. I walked right into that one. No! No, Jake, I'm sorry I disappointed you. I'm sorry, Jake. I am sorry. That is so heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. No. Dang it. Man. Man, I thought that was it. What if I reverse it? What if I take the fast guy down so that way the big guy's there, he's a little bit slower. Maybe he'll be easier to handle with him being a bit slower. I know he can do way more damage, but if he's slower, he's easier to take on, right? And if he's easier to take on, maybe I'll stand a better chance. Let's try that. But first, before I get banned, for those of you who don't know, I got banned from TikTok because of showing this character's booty. I'm putting some pants on so that way I don't have to worry about it. I don't want to get banned again. They're both weak to fire. Okay, do I have... I don't think I have anything to make my weapon turn into fire. No. Nothing. Nothing fire related. To use her soul though, I need to don't I need to give the guy here an ember or something? To make her or to be able to have him make the weapons from the souls? Or the other guy from the other guy by the church? I can't remember. It's been a really long time. Oh, I need a 10 plus curved sword. Oh, okay. Do I even have a curved sword? Just any curved sword, like this Falchion or whatever it's called. Or like the painted sword, like one of these. It has to be plus 10. Okay. Huh. Okay, let's try this last time. If that doesn't work... Friday, oh no, I'm gonna be starting Elden Ring. I'm dead. Kill me, kill me, kill me, don't give him the joy. Don't give him the joy. For changing her profile picture. Oh man, little gamer chick. That's exactly, that's the thing. TikTok has automatic bans. Like, they've got their system. Obviously, there's too many people on TikTok for them to be able to physically watch everything. But when they banned me on this because I had him in his little loincloth, it said that it was for sexual activity and adult... or sexual acts and adult activity. That's what it was. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's a video game. Like, I get it for violence, but like, it's a video game. He's a zombie. I'm sorry, nobody's sitting there going, oh, that zombie's so hot. So dumb. And the thing is, they took it off. They removed it. They accepted that it was accidental. I emailed them and they fixed it. But the thing is, the way the TikTok system works is once you get banned, it stays on your account even if they take it off. So like, they've taken it off. Now when I look at my account, it says no bans. Well, there's one because I made a video about somebody and they brought it down for harassment and bullying because I said shut up in the video. That's why. Didn't say anything about the guy. Literally, I was eating a bag of chips. He was like, he's one of these like really manipulative garbage streamers, and he's very toxic. And one of the things he did was make a video about how they should follow him and join his Discord. Because now this is not my word. This is his word. This is what he said. So please do not shoot me for this. Because he has many female streamer friends. And if you want to stream with another female, join his community because that's how you'll meet them. That just tells you what kind of person he is. So I made a video stitching him, and all I said was, yeah, shut up. If you guys want to watch streamers of a certain gender or of a certain style, look for those streamers. You don't need to follow this guy to be able to find somebody. I'm like, I'll even tag a bunch of streamers that I know, all for free. You don't need to follow me. You don't need to comment. You don't need anything. Here's a bunch of streamers you can follow, and you can see if you like somebody there. And I got banned for harassment and bullying because I told him to shut up. That was harassment and bullying, apparently. So TikTok's system is pretty messed up. But that one, okay, I'll take that. That's a hit on my account. But now it shows me that that's the only hit I got. But if I get another ban, it'll now show I've gotten 3 bans, even though on my account there's only 1 ban. Because the original one still counts, even though it doesn't show up when you look at my account. It's really stupid. So getting banned is stupid. Because sometimes it's a false ban, and they know it's false, but I'll still take the hit for it. Yes, S. I'm actually gonna be getting it now. Like once the stream is done, I'll be getting Elden Ring, I'll be downloading it, and then I'll be starting it fresh on Friday. And it's gonna be killing me for the next 3 days to stare at it in my little display of games and not be able to play it. It's gonna kill me. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough souls. All right, let's kill a few guys. I'm only gonna be streaming for like another 15-ish minutes. But yeah, user, it's a video game and they still banned me for it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Apparently, this beef jerky skin is just too much. It's too much for people to handle. Same as today, Weeman. Same as today on Friday. It might be a little bit earlier, it might be a little bit later, but roughly around the same time. Kind of depends on when I wake up and get ready for streaming. But I am very, very excited to try it. Like, really excited. So I've done 3 tries on my own and twice with what's his name? With Solier. I'm not very good at this game. So right now I'm just gonna try to kill some of these guys, get some souls. I'm gonna try to get some souls, get that fire sword. Oh wait. Oh, I do have the Quilag's soul or whatever. I'm gonna get her weapon. I'm gonna try to anyways and see if we can get things going, if that makes sense. Although I don't have a lot of souls, so it's gonna be a little bit frustrating to try to get enough souls to do this. Thank you for all the likes, everybody. I really appreciate that. Stupid shield. You'll set a reminder just in case. Yes, we win. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm excited to see what it's like to be in an open world. I think that's going to be really interesting. Because, like, these are all corridors, right? These are all straightforward, just head in the same direction. Like, obviously, it's a bit open world. Like, I can explore areas. But it's still very restrained, whereas that game has a proper open world. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. Ouch. And the real question is, how many souls am I gonna need? It's gonna be so many of them. Got about 5,000. I know it's going to be way more than 5,000, 6,000 souls to do what I need, but... Do I have... No, I don't even have any, like, souls of a knight or whatever. I don't even have any of those, so that's not good. For legal purposes, this is a joke. Oh, man. Oh, man. I know that feeling. Got my trusty duct tape as well. For legal purposes, that was Wee-Win's joke. Oh, Merle. Okay, so let's kill this guy. I'm scared to take on the giants. Because they both come at me at once. let's leave the giants for now. Because if I go over here, I can take on those little spiny dudes, right? Eyes watering. Okay, so let's purchase items. I don't even know how many I need. Let's do... Oh, I only have enough for 9? That's lame. Okay. Let's do 8 for now. Oh, I just need the one more. Oh, I don't have enough for it. Dang it. Okay. My favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VIII. It is a very, very divisive choice because it's even among Final Fantasy fans, Final Fantasy VIII is not a very popular Final Fantasy. The ones who like Final Fantasy VIII a lot really like Final Fantasy VIII a lot, but most Final Fantasy fans are kind of meh about Final Fantasy VIII. I love Final Fantasy VIII. I'm gonna die. Whew. I love Final Fantasy VIII. It's my favorite game of all time, even though it's very flawed, even though the main character is not very likable. It's still my favorite. I love it. I love it. And then it's followed very closely by Resident Evil 2, Dark Souls 2, Minecraft is really high up there as well. I think those are the ones that really, really stand out to me as some of my favorite games of all time. Mario 64 is pretty high up there too. But Final Fantasy VIII is like, it's the bee's knees. What about you? What's your favorite? Okay. And then if I want to modify... Wait, why can't I... Oh, it's because I need a chunk or something, isn't it? Right? Like, that's the whole thing? I don't even know. How do I bring it up to the next level? I don't even know. I don't even know. Because it doesn't pop up here anymore, right? I'm at 5, but how do I get it to the next step? S, not much longer. Not much longer at all. Beyond Two Souls, I never played that one. I did Heavy Rain, and I'm torn with those games. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a huge fan. I don't hate them, but I'm like, it's not my type of game to really play. I only played through Heavy Rain because at the time it was very, very beautiful graphic-wise, but it was kind of eh. But I never played Beyond Two Souls. I heard it's good. I heard it's even better than Heavy Rain. The Uncharted series. Uncharted is great. Uncharted is awesome. That's a really good series too. Yeah, the choice-based games, yeah. The Walking Dead I really liked. The adventure games, the point-and-click adventures, I thought they were great. Hello, Zach. How you doing? Oh, dang it. Sushi, nice to see you. Yeah, I can't even head back to the other bonfire. Like, to the other dude who does the weapons. And I can't remember how to ascend the weapon to get it into level 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. thought I was going to hit him, but he was doing something. I couldn't do it. No, S. No stream tomorrow. Ray, I'm doing dexterity. Only dexterity. I was trying to level up so I could get the Quelaag sword or whatever, but I don't remember how to get past level 5. I got it to level 5 and now the sword's gone and I don't remember how to get to level 6. But no, I will not be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be live on Thursday, but that's going to be in the evening and it's going to be Resident Evil. And then Friday at around the same time as today, I'll be live doing Elden Ring. I actually got your copy of Uncharted 4 signed. Oh, that's amazing. Nolan North is my hero. If you don't know, I went to theater school. I wanted to be an actor for a very long time. I would still love to be an actor. It's just not a possibility for me. But I would have loved to be an actor. And one of the things I would have loved to do is voice acting. And Nolan North is one of my heroes. I think he's awesome. I think he's great. Lord of the Rings Online is your most played game? Nice. You know, I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I thought it was great. I thought it was really good. I only stopped playing it because that was around the time that numbers were kind of wonky because a lot of people were going back to work for the first time. The Xbox, I got it for the Xbox, and it was just released, so a bunch of people were playing it, and nobody wanted to watch it because of spoilers and all that. So, like, I played it, and I think I had like 3 average viewers, and so I stopped playing it on stream, and then I just never played it in my private time. I should play it. I hear it's amazing. I liked what I did play. I hear it's amazing. Oh man, The Last of Us was amazing. Last of Us 2, a lot of people hated it. I liked it. I played it for a few streams and I got what I think was fairly into it. But every time I played it, there were a couple of people that kept popping in and talking about how, like, just wait, because I would end up hating it by the end of it. Just wait, it was going to be a terrible game by the time I reached the ending. And that kind of killed the fun. Because I was like, I'm liking it, and it's almost like you're setting me up to hate the game. So I'm going to start nitpicking it because you keep pointing out that I'm going to hate it. But I really liked it. I never beat number 2. Number 1 was awesome. I beat number 1 and I loved it. Zach, I haven't actually seen the Uncharted film. My brother saw it. He said he really liked it. I haven't seen it yet, though. I want to. But that's life, you know? Sometimes I don't get to watch the things that I want to watch. Just because I am very busy sometimes. Give me a second here. User 2754 blah 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 blah. You have now been muted. And you are now blocked. And you've been reported for being a bully. I don't really care. I've got scars on my face. It is what it is. But you shouldn't be a dickhead. So there you go. You love The Last of Us number 2? Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was great. But I kept getting people coming in going, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. And I know it was controversial, but I didn't look into it because I was enjoying it and I didn't want to get it spoiled, right? I didn't want it, like, I didn't want the plot to be spoiled, but I also didn't want them to point out why they hated it and then have my perception skewed because of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, have it become something that I'm like, oh, I notice it now, I don't like it. Whereas without knowing it, I wouldn't have noticed it. And so I liked it. I thought it was great. But it was the continual, every time I was live, it's like, oh, just wait. You actually like this game? Like, just wait, you're going to hate it. Oh my God, I can't believe you like this game. And I was just like, you're wrecking it. I want to enjoy it. Let me just enjoy it. It's like when you like a really bad movie and everybody makes fun of you for liking the bad movie. And so you almost feel bad for liking the bad movie and then you can't enjoy it anymore because everybody's telling you that your opinion is stupid about liking a bad movie. That's how I felt about that game. So I just stopped playing it. I need to go back and play it though. I need to play it. I played The Last Guardian Sushi. I borrowed it from my brother for a while. And I played it. I thought it was great. I didn't beat it. But I did play it a few times and I liked it. So you didn't have that? Yeah. It's the... Sometimes being a live streamer can kind of make things unfun for people. You know, being a content creator can really wreck things. I'll get people spoiling things. I was playing one game. That one really, really irked me. I like horror games. And one of the things with horror games is the suspense of not knowing what's happening all the time. And then somebody came in and was watching the stream, and then they spoiled the ending. The thing is that they spoiled it as a joke. Like they didn't actually give the conclusion, but it was very much, if what they were saying was a lie, then the truth, you know what the truth is immediately. It's almost like saying the killer was not that guy. And so it's like, yeah, if you're lying, then that's who the killer was. But if you're telling the truth, you also gave away that that's not who the killer is. And that's not what they said. They ended up giving up the conclusion of the game. I had never played the game. I was about an hour and a half into the stream, and I was really enjoying it. I was feeling confused, and I was freaked out and everything. And then they came in and did that. And everybody's like, dude, don't spoil. He's like, I didn't spoil it. And they're like, okay, but just like stop giving away the game. Because they didn't flat out say this is the conclusion. It was more of like, I can't believe this happened. And with what they said, it just gave away the whole ending. And then at the end, I was just kidding. It wasn't even what really happens in the game. And I was like, you still wrecked it. Because now even by saying you're just kidding, you gave away the ending. And I was like, you just spoiled the whole game. And then at that point, I was like, this isn't even worth playing anymore, because now I'm not feeling tense, because now I know that X, Y, and Z is going to happen. And it gives away the ending, and now it ruined it for me. And they got so mad. But being a content creator, that's one of the downsides, is you'll get people that'll come in and just spoil the ending. Sometimes they don't mean to. Sometimes they do. You know, I had one viewer that used to come by all the time, and they would always, playing horror games, oh, just wait till you enter that door. Dude, you just gave away that something's going to happen when I go through that door. He's like, well, I didn't tell you what it was. But you still said something was about to happen, so now I'm expecting it. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm expecting it, and that wrecks the shock, right? And they did that all the time. Being a content creator, sometimes that sucks. Yeah, spoiling the jump scares or certain choices, like, oh, if you choose that, you're going to regret it. But let me choose it and regret it. And then I can be like, dang it. Instead of telling me now, unless I'm asking you for it, don't tell me. But that happens, right? Being a content creator kind of, yeah, it kills the suspense, it kills the surprise, it kills the excitement. And that can really suck. Or you get people that are backseating the whole time, telling you how to play the game. Like right now, I'm sitting and chatting. I'm pretty much done the stream, but I'm sitting here and chatting. And I'll have people that'll pop into the stream and will get mad at me for chatting. I'm like, start playing. It's my stream. I'm going to play the way I want to play. Or they'll be like, don't waste time doing that. Do this instead. Well, if you want to play it that way, you go and play that way. You go do that. Like the parrying thing, right? I don't parry. I'm not good at it. So why am I going to spend my whole stream getting killed because I can't parry? I'm just going to use the shield and circle around. And some people get like genuinely mad at me because I will not parry. So if you want somebody who parries, go watch somebody who parries, or just do it yourself. So the content creation thing definitely has its flaws. It has its situations you kind of struggle with. At the same time, content creation can have some really, really cool experiences, because there are times that I don't realize something about a video game and somebody will tell me after the fact, and it's like, oh my god, I had no idea. I had no clue that happened. Or if it's me replaying a game, they'll mention something because they know I'm playing it for the second or third time, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't know that happened. Like, so sometimes that can be really cool about content creation. It's hit and miss. It's hit and miss. Hello, I can't see what your name is on my screen. It's just a bunch of blocks, but hello, nice to see you. It's more luck. Yeah, Gregory. Apparently there's like full-on timing that you can parry all of them if you know the exact timing, and you can be like 90% accurate with it. My timing is bad. My timing is really bad. Boa, hello. Back from work. I'm just about to head out. I'm just stopping. I'm just about to stop. From 100 subs to 40k. Nice. Nice, Zach. Yeah, it's, you do some voiceovers? Yeah. Or he got lucky. Yeah, but that's still, you still know, you still see it, right? You don't have to necessarily be a content creator to see what some content creators go through. It's like the parasocial thing. The parasocial thing can be really hard to deal with sometimes. For those who don't understand what parasocial, like what I'm referring to when I say parasocial, I'm meaning like I am a content creator, and despite us being friends in a community, we're not real friends. Or like if I was like this gorgeous dude and you were in love with me, you don't know me. You don't actually know what I'm like in real life, right? So it's like I might seem very nice, but then you meet me in real life and it's like, wow, he's really awkward. He's really mean. He's really quiet. Or like you think that you stand a chance to date me. Not me in particular, but that's kind of what it is. You kind of create a relationship that's not really there. That can be really hard to deal with as a content creator, because I'll have people that get like really upset with me about stuff that sometimes they have no right to get upset with me about. Or like people will send me money and then expect me to treat them special, even though I didn't ask for the money, even though it wasn't like a moment of like, guys, I don't have any money, I can't pay my rent. Or like I could at least see that I guilted them into giving me money. Sometimes I'll just be sitting there doing nothing and then they'll donate. I had somebody donate a game to me and then they demanded I played with them. And it became like a thing where it was like, no, now you have to do these live streams with me and I'm available these days, so you have to stream this day. And it was like, I didn't ask you to buy me the game. It's not even a game I wanted. Like, it was different if it was a game that I was really excited for or whatever. But I was like, it's not the type of, it was a first-person shooter. I don't play first-person shooters. I don't like first-person shooters. And you bought it for me specifically so I would play it with you. And then I felt really guilty because not only did they buy me the game, but they donated like $100. And it was just like, you're putting all this pressure on me. And it's like, that's not cool. So stuff like that happens. That part of content creation can sometimes be hard for other people to understand if you don't create content, but you can still see it happening. It can still be very uncomfortable. Backroom stuff is literally the second guy to do it. Of stealing. Yeah, Zach, that kind of stuff happens too. Big Zuki, this is the Uchi katana or whatever it's called. The Uchi katana. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, Zach, and that's another thing that I didn't like about, because I was big, like my content was all about Twitch streaming and stuff. And I was one of the first, not the first, but like within the first handful of content creators that came on to give like Twitch tips and stuff and streaming tips. And there was a lot of people that came through and would blatantly steal my content. Like literally the jokes I had written, they would just redo them. Or they would talk to me because they saw I was growing and were kind of hoping that I would help them grow. And so it was very hard to kind of trust anybody as a content creator. It gets very tough to kind of deal with. And then when I stopped doing Twitch stuff, they just stopped talking to me, and that was really obvious that they were only using me for that. Content creation can be very cutthroat. It can be very hard sometimes. The vast majority are really cool people, but the not cool people go out of their way to kind of stand out because they're stealing content or they're like full of controversy and drama, and it's really frustrating sometimes. Being a content creator can be really rough. Big Zuki, that's only due to luck. I'm really bad with names. Really bad with names. So like weapons and usernames, I'm horrible for it. Much money, very great. Oh, Merle, it's exactly how it goes. Hello, Supa. How you doing? Happy New Year, man. I hope you're doing well. I have both Twitch and YouTube. Like, I'm doing restreams, so I have it both up on window. But if I'm not looking and a bunch of Twitch chats comes up, I don't see it. But I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing really well. I'm actually live on all three: Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. But yeah, TikTok content creation can be pretty rough. You know, sometimes people will kind of have these weird expectations. You know, people think I make a lot of money doing this, but I'm in Canada. TikTok doesn't give me the creator fund. Any money that I've made from streaming, it's very minimal. I've been streaming on TikTok now for about 2 months almost. And I think I've made $20 on TikTok. And that's with everything. $20. I don't really make money. Content creation, it's all free. Or they think that I'm like, I've got a ton of friends and I'm super popular. But being a content creator is very lonely, because even other content creators you talk to, they can be your friends, but they've got their own things to deal with. So like, you're not really super tight. And then the ones that try to be super tight eventually disappear because they either stop content creation or they grow and they kind of leave you behind, or they're using you. And so it could be really, really lonely sometimes. Or like drama gets thrown into the mix, and then it's just, you don't want to deal with that, or you get sucked into the drama and it's like, I had nothing to do with this, why am I getting attacked? So that can be really hard sometimes. Content creation can be rough. And then sometimes people just don't get where you're coming from, right? I had one content creator who stole my content. She took a bunch of my videos and told the exact same jokes I was telling, took my format and everything, even the voice. And then I didn't call them out. I left it. They doubled my follower count. Like, I was at like 60,000 and they were at like 130,000 in a very short amount of time. But it's because I made all the content, and it took me weeks to make the content, come up with the jokes, and she was able to just steal them. So she was able to put out all my jokes in a very short amount of time and get a lot of following, because TikTok is very much with consistency. So if you've got, 70 jokes you can steal and you could just post them once a day, you're going to get a whole bunch of followers in a very short amount of time. So whatever. I ended up blocking her or whatever. Then somebody else started doing the same style of content. Didn't use any of my jokes or anything, but they were doing very similar content. That person messaged me privately that they were upset that the first person who stole my content was accusing the second person of stealing her content. So like there's me, there's the person who stole my content, and then there's the third person. This person accused this person of stealing their content, even though this person had stolen all of my content. So it's like, lady, you stole all my content, and now you're accusing other people of stealing your content when it was originally my content. So that part can be really hard to deal with as a content creator, where you're like, I did all the hard work, I wrote all the jokes, I came up with the whole idea, and then you just stole it. Obviously, there are parts to the idea, like skits and all that. Everybody does that. That's not it. It was the literal joke. And so it's like that can be really lonely in content creation, because you're just like, who do I turn to? Who do I talk to? Who do I bounce ideas off of that I can trust? I've found a few, so it's not a big concern, but it's like, it can be lonely. It can be rough being a content creator sometimes. Zach, no. I don't know. There were a couple of people I did call out, and there was one that I got called out on that I had never actually heard of, which was what I mean when it comes to having, there are certain things that just everybody's going to do it, right? And so like our jokes weren't the same, our format was the same. No, the person I'm talking about like fully took my jokes almost verbatim, like almost word for word. And it was a very specific person. And so no, Zach wasn't it. I don't remember what interaction I had, if any, with Zach, but no. Zach here. I post pretty much what I post on TikTok, on YouTube. I have done longer form videos, but I don't do them very often because I'm not very good at long format. I have a very hard time coming up with content for long format, so I don't really do great with that kind of stuff. So I don't do it very often. Mark Leap, hello, nice to see you. You want snow too? Not me. Let snow be over. I don't want snow. I'm done with it. I'm so done with it. We got it for like those few days and I'm over it. If you don't want to make your own content, why be a content creator? Because some people make content because they want to get rich. Some people make content because they want to get famous. Some people make content because they want an easy job. They think playing video games is all we do. They don't see any of the work behind them. And so if it's a getting rich quick scheme, stealing is the easiest way to do it, right? There's a certain level of theft you expect, right? Like you can see somebody else's idea and be like, that's a good idea, I'm going to do it and do it better. And that's almost expected in content creation. You're going to get the first that are going to come up with an idea and they're going to blow up because of that idea. But then you're going to find somebody who takes that idea and does it better. And then they're really going to blow up in comparison to the originals. But it's if I can steal somebody else's idea, they did all the work, I'm just going to get the benefit from it. Right. And so that can be really rough. And if you're smart, you can really take advantage of it. So that's why those people become content creators. They usually end up burning out. They usually end up burning bridges, and they usually get destroyed in the long run. There's a few in particular lately that blew up really, really quickly, and they didn't steal content, but their content wasn't original. But they got very defensive when they got called out on their content not being original. And the fact that what they were doing didn't really require talent, it just required personality. And now they're blowing up, like they're getting destroyed left, right, and center. And like every other thing they post is them apologizing. But those are the people that went into it with the wrong idea. And it shows. It's very obvious. It's very, very obvious when it happens, right? Sounds like the people you work with. You need to build a portfolio. Well, I appreciate it, Zach. I actually enjoy editing. That's kind of one of the things that I like to do. That's my favorite part of content creation. I like lighting, but I like sitting and editing. So I appreciate the offer for sure. But I'm very particular. I'm very, very picky about the way I like things done. And I don't want to burden anybody with it. So I just prefer doing it myself. I've always done my own channel art. I designed my own logo. I edit my own videos. I do all of it myself. I don't really like trusting other people with my stuff, but I appreciate it for sure. Super Batuka, I feel the same way. All right, everybody. I should stop though. I need to get off of here. My daughter's waiting. Dinner is going to be any time now. I have to start making dinner. But yeah, I really appreciate all the love and all the support. I will be back on Thursday on all 3 platforms, but it's going to be much later. So right now it's almost 5 p.m. for me. It's going to be like 6 hours later than now that I'll be going live. We're going to continue with Resident Evil 2. We're doing the hardcore mode. We've just gotten and beaten Professor Birkin, whatever his name is, for the first time. So that's kind of where we are there. Lots of jump scares, lots of freaking out, getting fun. What am I cooking? I don't know yet. I have some thighs pulled out that I pulled out like a day ago that was supposed to cook for yesterday, but we still had leftover chicken or Chinese food. So I have some thighs that I'm going to pull out and marinate them in something and probably just throw them in the air fryer or something. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that for dinner and just relaxing for the next little while before I have to go to work tonight. All right, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I will be live Thursday playing some more Resident Evil. And if you can't make it because it's too late, I will be live again on Friday. We're going to play Elden Ring, which is great. And then we'll come back to this once Elden Ring's done in a few months. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I got to log off one by one because I've got so many things running. Okay. Twitch, YouTube, thank you all for being here. My friends, Inuyugi, Duty Dude, Merle, We Win, Super Patuka, everybody else.